Yeah, I think the reason
Dog's making
IKF
some
was
good points
signed.
right now.
Shout out that dog. I'm about to strangle it.
Sorry.
I'm going for a shit. I'm sorry.
Hey,
That's crazy.
No, out of here. Out of here.
that is get him out.
What's up? Welcome back to the Section 10 podcast, episode 600, presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your soon-to-be 2026 World Series champion, Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog Bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom. Realest guys in the room. Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, what up, episode 600 in the building.
In the motherfucking building. Brewed by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jake Yazzie.
Fuck yeah.
Welcome back, Jake.
Thanks,
It's good to
guys.
see you. It's good to see your face. Your fucking hair looks great. T, what, dude?
I was
I'm
gonna
fucking-
say.
I was fucking.
Hey!
I was giving Jake praise, and then here you gotta go. I'm sorry. Like, what was that?
You've made the intro about you jackass.
Yeah. And stop copying me. Look at what he's wearing right now. This guy's like, oh, I wanna be like you, Dad. Stop calling me Dad, by the way. I hate when you do that.
He kept saying that all pre-show. He's like, what's
All
up, Dad?
pre-shows,
What's going on, Dad? It's
Dad.
crazy.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Jake, it's good to see you. Episode 600. It's like, I don't know. 500 is one where it's like, man, 500. Like, it's a milestone. It's 600 episodes, and people are like, well, where's Brock Holt? Brock Holt will be here. He's coming. Brock Holt will be here at some point. Very excited for that. But 600 episodes, kind of like a weird time of the year to have a 600. Like, I kind of wish like 600 fell like in season, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, you know, it comes when it comes, as they say. But there is news to discuss. There's news to discuss on episode 600. There was a trade. Takes were flying. The McMahon, have you come down from your Super Bowl crash out?
I don't know why. I don't know when this city became so fucking soft that you get to get embarrassed in the Super Bowl and it's like, good job, everybody. The fuck are people talking about?
It's the younger
You can't even
fans.
make fun of people anymore unless they play for other teams, apparently. Everyone
It's a
on
Gen
your
Z
own
millennial
team
thing, I think.
is the best player ever. Good job, guys. When you're hurt and you're actively costing your team the game, you should keep playing. Because that's the smart thing to do. Fucking asshole. I can't believe people.
Yeah.
I'm more mad at the fan bases, two of them, than I am like the team, like Will Camp, like anybody. Like, the players will survive, you know, like they'll be completely fine. These people, you've changed. The fuck are you talking about? Have you ever seen the Celtics lose the finals with me around? It's not pretty. You thought that was bad? NFL Jelly Roll can't say that because you fucking pussy. Shut the fuck up. Welcome back, Jake.
It's good to see you, Jake. It's good to see you.
Yeah, tough Super Bowl, but good to be back.
Yeah, we're on a base. Yes, Tyler.
I had the pinky up.
I know.
Well,
Jake
Jake
do it
was, you pinkied during Jake.
I just wanted to say
he
I
fingered during Jake.
I did.
You fingered
because
Jake.
I had a good point to make. I had something to say.
Go ahead. Say
I
it.
wanted to rub my fingers through Jake's hair. Like, that's how good it looks.
Does look great.
Hair looks great, Jake.
Thanks.
As someone who's lacking in hair these days, I appreciate
Take your hat
stuff
off.
like that. No.
Take your hat off.
Mm-mm.
Take it off.
I'm bald.
Take it off. Take it off.
Super bald.
It looks fine, too.
Just
a
hair
bunch of hair
flops
up there.
out of the hat. It's like
the most hair I've ever seen.
couldn't be more bald.
Excessive amount of hair for this bald guy.
Yeah.
I need a haircut.
Yeah. Just to close the book in the Super Bowl, I could not have cared less. It
No,
upset me. I used to be a diehard Patriots fan. Like I watched every game. I've said this a million times. Like going back to like my Facebook memories all winter are just like posts from every Super Bowl run, not even Super Bowl, just every year with the Patriots. It was all fucking Patriots posts. I used to care immensely, and then Brady left, and I just don't care anymore. It's not like now I know it's like oh, you only care when they win. No, I just stopped caring, and it never came back. Like it didn't come back this year. You're
like a LeBron fan.
Maybe, I guess.
A lot of Red Sox fans felt that way when Mookie left.
That's fair.
I'm not bringing that up for no reason, but people did stop watching and caring about the team.
When Brady went to the Bucks, did you celebrate that?
I didn't celebrate it, but I watched it, and I like cared more about Brady winning with the Bucks than I did if the Patriots were to win this Super Bowl.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a lot. There are people who feel that way, but a lot to me implies like a majority. It's definitely not a majority.
I think it would feel more appropriate if I lived in like where Steve is. Like if I was in Delaware and I was like, all right, I loved the Patriots when Brady was there, and then I kind of stopped caring when he left, and I rooted for the Bucks when he went to Tampa. That would make sense. But like I live in Boston, like I should care about the Patriots. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, you're a two-sport guy. You got your baseball and you got your wrestling.
That's it. Yeah. I care about Roman Reigns and the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, way more than the Patriots. Yeah,
well,
Reigns
the Super Bowl, it basically didn't happen. Like, I don't really feel like we just watched the Patriots in the Super Bowl a couple days ago. Obviously, they played a terrible game. I think everybody basically sucked outside of Christian Gonzalez. But yeah, by halftime, it was like everyone had their thoughts on the halftime show. And I was like, oh, cool, good vibes. But I couldn't even really get into it at all or anything that was going on. Because I'm like, they haven't scored any points. You had a valid reply to me, Jared, where it's like, the offense isn't good when they don't score points. Like if you're gonna try to win football, like I've been watching football a long time, I'll give you this update. If you don't score, you can't win. That's basically what was going on there at halftime. McDaniel's telling them, and Vrabel to score. Sorry, Verbal. Just a really tough game overall.
You can win on the Underdog Fantasy app, though. Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared, JRED, to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a special pick on Underdog. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Jared.
I have no proof they told them to score any points. I really have no proof of that.
No, they probably didn't.
It would seem like they didn't. Yeah. Anyways, I don't care. I'm sorry for everyone that's hurt about it, but I couldn't even pretend to care. It was sad. It was I felt lifeless, you know? Anyways, the Red Sox made a trade, and much has been discussed about this trade, and takes have been flying left and right. And I feel like mine got a little misconstrued, so I'd like to have an open discussion with the fellas here about the Caleb Durbin trade, because I think what I said made sense, but I don't know, it wasn't being interpreted like people thought I was like mad or upset about it. No, good player, happy he's here, but at the end of the day, I think if the Red Sox had traded for Ketel Marte and Caleb Durbin, like if Durbin is your third baseman and Marte is your second baseman, or if they re-signed Bregman to play third base and Durbin's your second baseman, that's an awesome move. Like I love it, because you're trading players that either were blocked or just didn't belong in the organization. Good luck to you in Milwaukee kind of deal. But I think what people had an issue with was I said that Durbin was the replacement for Bregman, where that's not completely fair, because I think Wilson Contreras offensively is the bat replacement for Bregman. But I mean, he's playing third base. So like, that's kind of just how I looked at it was, you know, you had Devers, you had Bregman, and now you have Durbin, who, if we look at it, all right, T, you'll have your fucking time to speak.
I didn't say anything.
It's your face. Your face is saying something.
That's not why I laughed.
I have a theory on where Durbin's going to play, but go.
He's an okay defender. He's a league average defender. He's a league average bat, but he's a 3-WAR guy. I mean, he was in his age 25 season as a rookie. So let's pump the brakes on the Pedroia comparisons, because Pedroia going into his age 26 season would have been in his 5th year in the big leagues.
Had 17 WAR by this point of his career. B-WAR.
Yeah. So like,
but
Durbin,
he's 5'7", guys. Come on.
Durbin doesn't swing and miss a lot, doesn't strike out a lot. bat to ball, contact out the ass. Love all that stuff. Can field the position. I mean, it's a very low bar here with the Boston Red Sox. He can field the position. So are you a better team now that he's here? Absolutely. Unequivocally, yes. But the way that I look at it as a guy who watches a lot of Milwaukee Brewers baseball, I still watch my Brew Crew. This is a number 8 hitter on a very good team. On the Red Sox, I mean, he still might be a bottom third hitter with the Red Sox, but like when you start throwing out names like Isaac Paredes and Ketel Marte and what have you, and then I guess the solution is a number 8 hitter who's like, okay, it's underwhelming. And like, I don't mean to insult the player. I like the player, good player, but just not the caliber. Not the caliber of player that we were being told was coming. That's all.
You wish he was killed immediately. That's what I'm hearing. You hate him. You've always hated him.
I love him.
Big David Hamilton guy.
People don't allow for people don't allow for that anymore. You're not allowed to be like, hey man, this guy's fine, but the route and process here was dog shit. You're not allowed to do that. If you do that, it means you think you want this guy on the cross. That's what that means now.
Yeah. It's sad. T, I know that you're probably going to have a, what's that called? What's that called when a blood vessel explodes in your head? No. Aneurysm. Yeah.
Aneurysm.
You're going to have an aneurysm if you don't get your take out on this. So I'd like you to go first.
In a vacuum, I like what the Red Sox got back in terms of the pieces: Durbin, Andrew Monasterio, Anthony Siegler, and the 2026 Comp B pick, which is right around 67, 68, somewhere in that range. That makes up, thank you, for one of the picks you lost for Ranger Suarez, the big one. But yeah, I think with Durbin, it's clear what the Red Sox were looking for, and we've seen over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, careful with that, dude.
Yeah, sorry.
There's definitely people with families that, you know. Still sensitive.
Yes. But I think we see now
actually, Jake, can you cut that or bleep it? Yeah.
It's worse.
Do you play like a 7-minute tribute to those people?
Yeah.
I want a montage of them dying. Put that in there, Jake.
Jesus.
What the fuck is wrong? You know what, dude? You're racking them up today. Yeah, that feels super.
I haven't even got a takeout yet.
That's because you keep wishing death upon people and celebrating the lives that were already lost.
I just understand casualties are part of the process.
Of what?
Oh, that's not better.
People are going to die.
But you want to celebrate it. That's crazy.
Oh, no. I'm acknowledging what happened.
Okay. All right.
But a montage of the deaths is a lot different than like images of the people we lost. Like you wanted like footage of the
Don't judge me. Don't judge me for the way I grieve.
Yeah.
Anyways,
go ahead. Caleb Durbin.
Yeah, Caleb Durbin. I think it's pretty clear the Red Sox conversation post Alex Bregman about pivoting to pitching and run prevention. Go ahead, Jared.
Steve, did you see my Instagram story today?
I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does that have to do with this?
No, I'm just saying. I
feel like if someone else did this like me, I'd be suspended.
No, I was asking Steve. Steve?
Back to Tate.
Thank you. Where was I? Yeah, the conversation about the Red Sox prioritizing run prevention and a lot of those things. I think they went and got a guy who has similar traits to Nico Horner, but he's a tier down or 2. You can argue, 3, depending on how much you think of Nico Horner and the 6 WAR season he had.
4? Do I hear 4?
No, but we're talking about a 2.5 WAR player versus a guy who was over a 6 WAR player last year. But Durbin brings those things. He's not going to strike out very much. I believe the 5th lowest K percentage in all of baseball this past season. Did have a 105 WRC plus, and he can go get you bags 18 out of 24 attempts, but he's not going to get close to that 30 range. He's going to give you a little more pop than a Nico Horner in that case. And I think that's where they're seemingly high on Durbin. And I tweeted this out the minute the deal happened or a couple minutes after. You go on the page, the pull air percentage immediately with what they've hunted under Craig Breslow and even really before going back to Hunter Renfroe. We know they like these guys that put the ball in the air and pull it at Fenway Park. And Durbin's one of those guys. And he was able to put out 11 home runs last year while playing in Milwaukee as a rookie. You look at some other ballparks like Houston or Oakland, it was 14, 15 home runs. I think where you are at Fenway Park right now, it was only 5 expected home run, but if they're able to up the bat speed and make some tweaks, they're probably hoping he can get up to 15 home runs. So you're talking about a guy who maybe has a little more ceiling as a bat there. And listen, I know it's not the most exciting thing in the entire world. I think they're going to end up playing him at second base. At third base, 5 DRS and 2 outs above average last year. And this was a guy who had a rough start to the year over there, was kind of learning the position on the fly. But the fact that they didn't immediately name him that third baseman, and Cora keeps talking about wanting a consistent double play partner for Story, I think they want to put Durbin at second, Meyer at third, which we've heard throughout the offseason, that's their preference, and have Romy split time there as well. But yeah, I think Durbin
Acknowledge what I said.
What'd you say?
Meyer looked good over there at third base.
Agreed. 100%. Very smooth. I thought he looked good at second before the injury, too. But there is going to be a platoon situation there more likely than not. But yeah, I think Caleb Durbin's a solid player. It's just, it's not going to excite a lot of people when your original plan and a lot of the things you said was about getting that bopper or home run bat. And this is leaning more into run prevention. And for people who already question the offense and how far it's going to go, Durbin's going to kind of do a lot of little things that add up to a solid 2 to 3 win player, but maybe not have the explosive impact of Paredes, who could hit 30 home runs. But he also was going to bring below average defense.
Call it.
You talk about him playing second, and I fear this run prevention angle that they've pivoted to, which makes sense. It's kind of. I don't know that they can claim they're doing their best at run prevention if Trevor Story's at short. You're actively handicapping yourself by not playing your best shortstop. He should be at second. He is by far your worst defensive infielder right now, by far.
I think the way they look at it is that Meyer's not going to play every day. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'll get to that too, but Jared put his hand up.
Yeah, I put my pinky up to you. You don't know the rules, man. This is crazy today. I just want to point out the last time that the Red Sox sold us or attempted to sell us on a run prevention team. Do you remember the year? Anybody?
2010.
2010. It was Mike Cameron moved Jacoby Ellsbury out of center field to save his legs, put him in left. And then Adrian Beltre immediately fucking kneed his rib cage into his throat and then never saw him again. And Mike Cameron was left to be the outfielder to cover left and center. So I'm just saying, like, you know,
listen,
I think if you're a millennial Red Sox fan or older, then you may have PTSD when the team is like, oh, we're going the run prevention route. It's like, well, the last time that happened, you almost killed a dude who finished runner-up for MVP the next year.
It's a bad strategy for a couple of reasons, but to T's point about platooning Meyer, are we positive, because the Red Sox aren't exactly, forthright with injured players? We talk about this team, 100th percentile amount. We follow this team more than just about anyone in the world. T, you've read every single word that anyone's ever written. You've got Google alerts just for the word red.
They listen to every press conference.
Yep. Brock, just fucking wait a second.
Look at that. Midpoint is coming in.
He's hammered.
He's
Brock
just sloshing.
It's Caleb Durbin before Caleb Durbin is what people are saying. It's big time.
Hey, you got a shout out from IKF in the last 24 hours.
Dude,
How about
that's what I was about to reference. Like,
I love influencing the younger generation. You know?
Yeah. It's
left your mark.
It's episode 600. So for anyone that doesn't know, because we got like the thing about like Tyler Brock is that he brings in a new audience, like the Milliken Militia. And the Milliken Militia, they only watch for Tyler. So like they don't know the Section 10 lineage and lore. So for anyone that's watching or listening right now that isn't aware, every 100 episodes we are graced with the presence of Brock Holt. So here we are, episode 600, and here he is, former All-Star, World Series champion. I'm still going. Only man to hit the cycle in the postseason. Brock Holt.
Slowest pitch ever.
And
Slowest pitch ever.
Teach that.
That's right. Welcome.
It's funny you say that, Jared, though, because as soon as Tyler joined the podcast, that's when I stopped listening.
Wow.
It's true. I mean, like
I liked it better when it was just you,
the boys,
the Mick Man, and Stevie P.
What did I ever do?
I'm just kidding,
Brock.
I'm kidding, Tyler.
I am the biggest Brock Holt fan on this podcast.
Not anymore. Sounds
1,000%.
There's just no chance that's true. But
The first article I ever wrote in 2013 for a website called I Bleed Red Sox. He reached out to me a year ago and was like, holy shit, I can't believe you're alive. Is Brock Holt a legitimate prospect? And I talked about why I was such a believer in Brock Holt and I thought he could be a great utility player.
Okay.
Well, he was better than that.
Jake, pull that up. Pull that article up.
It's real.
I'd like to read it.
Brock, I rode for you. I was a believer.
What is this, like
I'm a
2013?
Dude, tore up AAA when he was with Pittsburgh. If you look back at the batting average, I remember it was through the roof.
Yeah, 2012 with Pittsburgh was a good year for me.
Told you.
Yeah. Yeah, I won the batting title in AA, and then I got called up to AAA, and my manager told me I shouldn't have been called up. My AA manager.
That's always good.
And I think I played 20 games in AAA before I got September call up, and I hit like
432.
432. Yeah,
Good year.
It was a good stretch for me.
What was the slug?
One of my better.
What was the slug you said?
Yeah, what was the slug?
537.
Oh, wow. So you were popping them, huh?
Popping them. I mean, I don't think I hit one home run, but I was popping the doubles.
7
Yeah,
doubles.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do they give a
7
trophy for
doubles.
the batting title there, Brock?
I didn't get a trophy for the batting title.
Can we
Okay.
get you one?
I don't think. I bet we could make one up.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
let's
feel
get one.
You've gotten more trophies from this podcast than you've gotten for hitting 432 in AAA.
Yeah. No, I didn't win the AAA batting title. I won the
double
AA
A.
that year.
Yeah.
Double A.
I think that was only 320 something.
322.
Yeah.
There you go.
322.
There you go.
Brock,
Uh,
now,
22.
where is that trophy, by the way? Guest of the year from 2019?
Is that the first or the second one?
I mean, there's so
'Cause I'm
many.
st-
I can't
I'm
even keep
still
track.
waiting.
of
I'm
this.
still
owed.
waiting for the second one. I'm
Yeah.
still
Okay.
waiting for the second one. The first one's somewhere.
Okay.
We're in our second rental right now. We're doing a renovation, and our first rental had brown recluse spiders. So
Oh, no, thank you.
we had to get out of there. So we're in our second rental. So I don't know where a lot of stuff is, but
Got it.
it's somewhere.
Okay.
Brock, did you see on social media at all the issue that Steve has been having with DoorDash?
No.
So in 2025, would you care to guess how many orders
I don't know if we
via
need to bring this up
DoorDash
with Brock,
Steve had?
Yeah, we do. How many orders in total in 2025?
2025, how many? And then if you'd care to guess what he's on pace for in 2026.
Wow.
Mhm. We can keep
Okay,
this
so
brief.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like starting at 365 one a day is a lot, but but it's more.
Yeah, we're going up. Definitely
So
going up.
let's go 4
Go up. Go a little further up.
more.
Well,
Yeah, just keep climbing a little bit.
You're on the. I'll say you're on the right path with the 365 thought process. Then just think like, well, how many times does a person eat a day? Start doing that math.
365 times it's 3, sometimes 4.
And Brock, let's think that this person might also use DoorDash for everything they need the entire year, not just food. So think about that.
So okay,
Yeah.
So 1,000.
No.
100. 32.
Imagine if it was 1,200. No, it's not in the 4 digits.
Okay,
luckily.
so it's definitely 843.
We're less than that. Chop 200
right.
and you're right around there.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what are we on pace for?
So he's last year was what, 649?
649. Yeah, that's the number.
649 was last
649.
year, and he's on pace for like 605. So he's really not like
Yeah.
in his mind. So like our first check-in, he was on pace for under 600. So he was like doing good. But he's trending in the wrong direction. So he's now on pace for over 600 again. It's less than last year, but still in the 600s.
And what is the majority of the like what's the main DoorDash?
I just so
Order,
that's it,
or
it's
is
been all over the Reddit. Shout out to the Reddit. People are very concerned for my
Fuck
well-being.
The Reddit.
I know Jared hates it. I love the people at Reddit. Always
Respect
have.
them.
It's basically just all my meals, Brock. I just don't cook. Like, what's the? You cook a little bit at the crib?
I mean, I do, but I also have a wife, and she does some of the cooking sometimes. See, I
don't have a wife, so like that's the problem here. I think,
yeah, but no, we do some cooking. I mean, we do eat out with two boys, right? Like we're eating at Chick-fil-A a lot. We're swinging through the drive-through, and we do DoorDash, but I don't think we're up to into the 600s.
No, not at all. But Jerry, back to you on the baseball.
Yeah, we're gonna talk some ball because
now, would you like to teach Steve any recipes or how to use pots, pans, things of that nature?
I mean, get you like a little flat top grill, and you can do anything you want on that sucker.
Crock pot,
you know? Crock pot.
Might just do that.
Lakin loves a crock pot meal.
Yep.
Yeah,
she'll wake up in the morning and throw some stuff in the crock pot, and we'll have dinner ready.
I actually heard a nasty rumor that Mikey Emond is a demon with the crock pot. I heard he's firing up some pulled pork to die for. So that my next cheat meal, I'm trying to hop on over to Mikey's to get some pulled pork. But on the baseball side of things, Brock, IKF gave you a big shout out today and said that he basically aspires to be you.
Yeah, I think that's basically what he said, right? I wish I was.
Yeah, it's basically word for word. If I can be him, I'll have a great life.
I love Kiner. I love Kiner. I loved playing with him. He's a baseball guy. He just wants to be on the field, playing, helping however he can. Very good defensively. But I enjoyed playing with him a lot in Texas, and in his little interview, he said that he would always ask me. He would ask me, man, what's it like? What was it like winning the World Series, or what's different between the teams you were on the Red Sox versus this team? And I was like, Kiner, do you want me to be honest? And he was like, yeah, of course. And I was like, well, we had good players on the Red Sox. Said we had good players. We don't have those players on this team.
Yeah.
So, but Kiner's a great guy. I think he'll do really well. I don't think he's the kind of guy that's not going to back down from the so-called pressures of playing in Boston. I think he's going to be a good fit in the clubhouse, and obviously you can plug him in wherever, and he's going to make the play.
I did love that he said last year with the Blue Jays that he was rooting to play against the Yankees because it was going to be so much easier. And then even Booney was like, oh, he said, IKF said that? Wow, I didn't expect that. Anyways, yeah, I did like that from him. That's a quick little, because Tyler hates him. So I know that like you hate Tyler. Tyler hates IKF. So it's all like the synergy is making a ton of sense right now. The second that he signed with the Red Sox and he found out how much he was getting paid, you would have thought that this guy just got news that his family was getting that he was never going to be able to see his family ever again. And I just want you to tell Tyler why IKF is worth $6 million.
Well, the $6 million part. I wish, looking back on my career going into free agency, if the Red Sox can pay IKF $6 million, I could have at least got a phone call from him.
It sounds like you're agreeing with me, Brock.
I could have at least got a phone call and said, "Hey,
I agree with that.
Hey, how you doing? You having a good off season?" But I'm team player all the time. So the more money guys can make, the better. Good for him. And like I said, he's going to help. I don't know what his role is going to be or what AC's going to do with him, but he can pick it at every position. So I don't think they made the move for the offensive side, but I think the versatility helps, and AC likes having those kind of guys, on the roster and in the dugout.
I mean, that is kind of. I'm looking at your career salaries here. 3.575 was the peak in 2019.
That's the peak.
You're telling me that we couldn't get
cut. I took a pay cut. I took a pay cut going into free agency. I had my two best years going into free agency, and I was getting called in minor league deals. So
that's bullshit.
I mean, my that's kind of the peak of when the analytical game started, right? And the analytics did not like your boy. I did not run fast. I did not throw hard. I did not hit the ball
ever. They're like, that's not great.
I did not hit the ball hard. But I knew how to play baseball. You know, I was a good baseball player, but the analytics had your boy way down. I had a lot of red. In those. There's red good. I had a lot of blue.
Red is good a lot of blue. For Savant.
Red is good. I had a lot of blue in most of my stuff.
Can you still see that? Does that come up for retired
I would love
players?
to see Brock's.
Yeah, it should come up.
I
look at David Ortiz 2016 whenever I'm bored.
That would be good. Look at all the blue. But, I mean, you can't really look at my 2020, 2021s because that was bad. I was a bad player.
Well,
I mean, you got a lot of red, too. You didn't whiff. You didn't strike out. You didn't chase.
Yeah.
Good defensive metrics.
Very low
Great
chase.
defensive metrics. I think in 2021, I was one of the better defensive third basemen as far as like
83rd percentile, outs above average in 2018. That's kind of why they win the World Series. People don't really talk about that.
Right. Yeah, that arm strength. You know what, Brock? I think that's bullshit. I think you had a great arm.
Listen, I could get the ball from point A to point B.
That's right.
In enough time to where the guy would be out.
Plus, if you're playing second base, like, why do you need to zip it over there at 97? Like, he's right there.
Exactly. I had great carry. I was a good backspin guy. I had good carry. Mookie used to say it all the time. Like, Mookie has a really good arm, but it at times it looks bad. And I had a really I wouldn't say really bad arm, but
it looked good.
But it had carry. So he always told me I had the best worst arm.
I mean, man,
and he had the worst best arm.
91st percentile in chase percentage. That's pretty good. You get some red in here.
Caleb Durbin would be proud.
Yeah, that's true.
I walked so he could run.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the plan? Is he playing second? Is he playing third? What do we got?
They don't fucking know.
We don't know?
Yeah. I said they don't know.
I predict second unless it goes really poorly during spring training.
Well, literally what I was saying when you rudely interrupted me by joining the program.
It's true.
Oh, sorry.
We cover this team as closely as like anyone go. And T, was there any semblance that Romy Gonzalez was going to come into camp and be like, I can't lift my arm for nothing. If they needed me to signal a touchdown, I would not be able to.
It happened back in January. Not a word of it. No hints, nothing.
Not a word.
Romy is a very sneaky, important player to this team.
But like, does that not make the IKF signing make a little bit more sense if you don't think you're going to have, like, if they're telling me Romy's ready for opening day, that tells me like I'll see him around the All-Star break.
In my opinion, I think Andrew Monasterio is a better fit for that role than IKF.
Sure, but they hadn't made
he
that
hit
trade
lefties
yet.
really well. No,
I'm saying why they signed him in the first place.
Yeah, I think the reason IKF was signed.
Right now.
Shout out that dog. I'm about to strangle it.
Sorry. I'm going through shit.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
That's crazy.
Get out of here.
that is get him out.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Brock's got a good sense of if someone's a good or bad person. Like, T's just not a good guy. Like, he wants to kill your dog.
That's crazy, T.
Strangle the dog. Holy moly. Just tell me to leave the room, dude. God, we don't have to kill any animals.
I expect an apology when you get back here, T.
Yeah, your dog's next, Jared. Brock, back to the point. Hey, I lost my dog a couple months ago. I've been going through some personal battles.
Now we know why and how.
I didn't kill her. Exactly. I didn't kill her.
Murderer.
The universe killed her. I did decide to put her down, so I guess I did kind of kill her.
Jeez. Right.
Back to my point. Andrew Monasterio, I do think is kind of the better fit as a Romy Gonzalez replacement. 136 WRC plus against lefties last year. And I'd be honest with you, just talking IKF in general, I think IKF, as much as what he does in the field, the reason he's here is because they didn't have shortstop depth. They didn't believe if something happened to Trevor Story, they could move someone there to play the position. In my opinion, if that worst case scenario happens, your team's already in very big trouble. You should just put Meyer there at that point, because then the defensive value will be worth it at the most premium position. But I think like with
Meyer,
Monasterio,
to me, Meyer is the better shortstop right now. I understand he hasn't played 100 games at any level yet. Like, I get that. But I think that also is why IKF makes a lot of sense. If it's like, hey, let's put Meyer at short. If he does go down, if you move Story to second, I really think you can't move him back. Like, that to me sounds like Youkilis going to first or from third to first and then trying to put him back at third. Like, I don't know that you want his bat. You want his bat with whatever leadership, their veteran presence. His glove at second was really good when he first tried it. I think it'll be better. I think it'll help in the long run. Actually, let me ask Brock, the guy who's fucking done it. Is second that much easier of a load to manage than short physically throughout the season?
Yeah. It's significantly like easier in my opinion. I didn't get to play a whole lot of shortstop. I would have loved to be able to play a little bit more, but second base, as far as just, I mean, the shortstop is just your every throw is hard. Like your reads, like, I mean, second base, you just kind of you kind of stand there, you catch the ball when it's thrown to you, and like you said, you just whip it over there. You don't have to have the best arm, right? Turning a double play, obviously, at second is a little bit more difficult because your back's to everyone. But shortstop for me personally was the hardest position to play.
Mentally, what took out of Mookie
physically, yeah.
So would you think like a guy who is aging and has had injuries, moving him to second is probably healthier for him longevity wise?
Longevity wise, yeah, I would, but I just don't think right now you can. I don't think you can trust that Meyer's going to be healthy, right? Like, I think once he shows that, I think he's playing shortstop, but to say, hey, give him the reins from day one when he hasn't played a full season, it's tough to do. And if Trevor stays healthy, he's gonna be good. So
sure.
I just think but I do like Meyer at third. I like him on the left side, as opposed to playing second. Because if you watch him on TV, like, he doesn't look as big as he is. He's a big boy.
Sure.
But defensively, I could watch him field ground balls all day. Like, he's smooth and
it's liquid.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I mean, he showed glimpses of it last year, right, at third. Yeah, I just think obviously the goal is for everyone to be healthy and play as many games as possible, but just it doesn't happen that way. So you got to have backup plans and prepare for when guys do get injured.
Taking it wider a little bit outside of just the infield, obviously a lot of Sox fans right now are underwhelmed with the lineup and just kind of the roster in general. Pitching wise should be fine. How do you view that approach of like run prevention over being one of the top maybe 3, 4, 5 offenses in the league? Obviously you were on some of the best Red Sox offenses of all time, mainly because of you. How do you view the current form of this roster, this lineup, this, construction of the team versus kind of what was expected heading into this season?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, right? Okay, T, look at this.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
strangling him. You gonna strangle him?
Sometimes my emotions take over.
Listen,
sometimes.
Moose, get out of my face.
Whoa.
Gosh.
Good tone.
Beat his ass, Brock.
I'm about to. I'm not going to strangle him, but yeah, they're both in here.
They got thoughts on the roster. I don't blame them.
I changed rooms and they both followed me. But like I said earlier, with Kiner, right? Like he's what's the difference, right? He's like good players. Like the more good players you have, I mean, obviously you gotta have the right good players. And everyone's got it. Like the clubhouse thing is real. The chemistry is real. That's a real thing. But you have to have good players. And like the 2021 Texas Rangers, if we're running out, we're running out. We had guys get called up from AA that had no business being in the big leagues that were playing every day. And that's just, you can't win in the big leagues like that. So, I mean, as a fan, I want all the good players that I can get, right? But I think from my perspective, whenever you play at the highest level, like you guys have been Red Sox fans your entire lives, so you're like, let's go get everyone. But from my perspective, it's like I don't get too worked up either way, like because I understand you're not going to be able to get everybody, and when you can't get the guys that you want, granted there were some guys this offseason that made a lot of sense, right? But when you don't get them, you got to kind of shift and do something else. And the pitching staff, like whenever you can run those guys out there every day, you got a good chance to win. But with that being said, you got to be able to score runs as well. And it's nice to have the 2-out, 3-run homer, and you've got guys that can hit homers. It's just like you said, like some of those lineups I had, you had JD Martinez coming up, you had Bogey coming up, you had Devers coming up, you had
who?
You had Devers coming, like, so it makes you feel better about yourself. Like if you give up a couple runs, you're like, okay, well we're not out of it, right? But whenever you don't have those guys,
if like as a chemistry guy, if there was a guy, random guy, he would hit those 3-run home runs, but in the clubhouse, maybe he was like a little quieter. Did that like bother you? Did you want him off the team, maybe even strangled by T?
I personally never did. There were some people that I would prefer not have been on the team, because some people do, like, they do cause problems. And whenever there's a problem in there, sorry, I'm trying to get the dogs out of the room. When there's a problem in the clubhouse, it affects a lot of things, and I don't know the behind the scene. I'm not there anymore, so I can't speak to it. But we had a guy or two like that in 2018, and we got rid of him, and we took off. So
I think we talked about that guy recently.
I think we did talk about him. I think you could probably guess who it was.
Yeah. We love him, by the way, but we didn't have to live with him.
Yeah. So, but you can put up with a lot more when you get those 3-run homers all the time,
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'll say.
That's how Manny lasted so long.
Yeah. Manny would be a good one.
Yeah. Remove that example, like use your entire career. Cause now I'm curious, like you don't have to talk about this guy in particular. But like, what is a problem? Like what is something that a player can do, say, how they act, how they carry themselves? Like what is something that would cause like the veterans on the team to be like, get this guy out of here, whether or not he leaves or not? Like what is problematic?
Well, in this particular instance, I'll tell you this: we were stretching. We were in Tampa and we were stretching before BP, and we were all in a circle having a good old time, just stretching, getting ready for a Major League Baseball game. And this someone like looks around at all of us and says, "You know what? I'm going to bring a gun to the field tomorrow and kill all of you." And then he looks straight at me and he says, "And you're going to be first." And I was like, dude, I know you're probably joking, but you can't say that.
No, you can't.
This is in front of everybody? This is just like during
This is in front of everybody. We're all like, dude, we're having fun out here. I can see how that
brings the vibe down on a nice, like, warm
brings the vibe down, man. So our strength coach at the time, he's like, dude, I got to tell Dombrowski. And I'm like, please do, because I'm the first one that's going to go. We
don't have a lot of time, dude.
We don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time here. Yes. So let's get him out of here.
Dude, come on.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's extreme. Okay. Sure. That's extreme. But I mean, I think just an overall, just having a bad attitude, right? And not like, Now we're gonna get serious. Okay, we're gonna tell that story, then we're gonna get serious.
Okay.
No, it's just about having like a bad attitude, just coming to the park and not. I don't know, man. It's like whenever you're with people all day, every day, like you got to get along. I mean, people are going to butt heads here and there, but that 2018 team was unlike anything I've ever been a part of as far as like all of us just like having a good time. Like that's all we were at the field and we were giving each other shit. We were having fun. We were hugging in the dugout. It was a blast. And like when we would get down, like we wouldn't panic, and we were like, well, we still got 6 innings. Like we're down by 5, we're gonna win by 4, and we would do it. But that's just, I mean, it starts from the top with AC, and I mean, he's been great, right? And I mean, for me personally, he was my favorite manager that I played for, just because he let us go out and be who we were and play like we wanted to play. And but it matters, man. The clubhouse matters. But like I said, you have to have good players too to win in the big leagues. So
sure. Yeah.
How early in 18 did you realize?
Log and saw that there was a player that played his last game for the Red Sox in Tampa that year.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be someone else. I don't know.
At what point in 18 are you guys just like, oh yeah, we're that much better than everyone? Like, when did that take over the team?
Yeah, well, I think in spring training, right? Like, we knew we would be good. And the thing I liked about that team is, I mean, Dombrowski just straight up went up and said, hey, we need a closer. Trade everyone for Kimbrel. We need a starter. A couple years prior, sign David Price. We need another one. Trade everyone for Sale. We need a right-handed power hitter. Come on, JD. Like, see your holes, go get them, and build the team that way. And like, we knew we would be good, right? But I mean, I think we had the best record in the spring training. In the spring training season, which doesn't
grapefruit league
doesn't
champs.
matter.
That doesn't
right?
happen too often.
It doesn't happen too often. But then we go out, we lose opening day, and then we go.
Yeah, Joe Kelly sucks, right?
17-2 to start the season, and we go into Anaheim and Shohei's first year. Right, he's starting. Mookie hits a leadoff homer off of him.
Do you remember this? This was Shohei
Ohtani. Yep.
This was back in like his first year, and he said he liked the crowd to be quiet when he performed because it distracted him. Like, I feel like that story gets swept under the rug. Like, that's not part of Shohei lore.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like I said, like we're Shohei starting. Oh my goodness, this guy's got unbelievable stuff, and Mookie works, I think, a full count, and then leadoff homer. He ends up hitting 3 homers that game. But like we start 17-2. It was like and I think we lost opening day, and the other loss was a no-hitter.
No-hitter, yeah.
Yeah, no-hitter. Sean Manaea.
You made sure to get the most out of it when you lost. You're like, we're going to lose big here.
If we're gonna lose, you're going to have to no-hit us. Okay? We're not going to get any hits.
Yeah.
But then I think starting that way, it was like, dude, something's going on here. And it was just like we would come back and win games. We'd blow teams out. It was, I mean, to win 108 games, to like think about it now, it's like, that's a lot, man. Like it didn't feel like we ever lost. And
119
and
wins.
I'm sure as a fan watching the games, like that's got to be a. Like I talked to one of our guys doing our floors today at our house, and he said he's a Dodgers fan. I was like, oh, I bet that's fun, because it's like you get to turn the TV on every night and watch a good baseball team.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you think about what the Dodgers are doing? I said, I wish everyone would do it. It's like everyone can do it. Like the Dodgers, they want to have a good team. That's the point. Like if I'm running a baseball team, I'm trying to have a team that has a chance to win 162 games, because that's what you're supposed to do. It's about winning, you know?
Point.
And, you know, now it's like you've got 8 teams out of 30 that have a chance, you know? It's like, you think the Pirates want Paul Skeens to stick around his entire career and pitch for him? Probably.
Well,
what are the chances of that happening?
Cost, yeah.
Well, but still, it's like, it goes back to good players, right? Like, give me all the good players and let's see what happens, you know? So.
It's sick.
It's so sick having a bunch of good players.
It's
that was
unbelievable.
a ton of fun to watch.
Great.
The worst part. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jared. This is your podcast.
I was just gonna say the worst part about 2018 was thinking that like that was the beginning of just like a fuck you run, and it was really just like that was it. 2018 just rule the world, and then it was never that again. 2021 was like a nice come up for air season, but it wasn't a fuck you tour. But like,
the thing is like 2019 we tried, right? We pretty much had the same exact team,
basically.
Yeah.
But it's hard, man. It's hard to win. It's hard to win in the big leagues. It's hard to win a World Series. And like, I mean, the Dodgers just did it right back to back, but I would have put money before the season. I would have put money on them not winning it again, just because like
it's hard.
It's hard. And
They almost didn't.
Yeah, they almost didn't.
Get as close as you could.
Probably shouldn't have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
multiple times. So it's fucking super hard. I mean, I remember doing the podcast when it was 1-1 going back to New York for that 18 team. And it was just like, well, this could go sideways really quick. And that would be a real shame.
We were the underdogs.
And then
going to New York. We were the underdogs going to New York. It's like 1-1. Oh, this series is over. Like Yankees are going to.
They thought so.
Boom,
well, everyone did. Everyone did. And I'm like, we were like, how are people doubting us, you know? Like, and granted, like the teams we played in the postseason that year were really good as well. Like, I think we won 108 games, and we didn't clinch until the last week of the season because the Yankees, I think, won 104.
They won 100.
They won 100, and then like
the Astros won 103 or 4, and then the Dodgers won 100 and whatever.
Yeah.
So
it was not an easy path at all, but it was
the most difficult path in baseball history.
Yes. At now that it's over, we can say that. But yeah, I mean, go, 3-1, 4-1, 4-1 against those teams is like, as we were going through it, it was like, everyone was like, we got to do what we got to do. We got to, but after we finished and like looking back on it, it's like, there's no way we weren't going to win those games. So
Houston series, it was game 1, right? You lost game 1 and then won 4
we
straight.
We lost game 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, against the Dodgers, we lost the 17 inning or 18 inning game.
Yeah.
And then we were down late, like 4-0 or 5-0 or something. And Sale yelled at us, and then we won like 10-5 or something. We scored 10 in the last like 2 innings. So, but I listen, like I got to do and accomplish way more in my career than I was ever probably supposed to. But getting to play for some of the teams that I got to play for is, I mean, especially that one was, I mean, that's the highlight of my career, and I would say existence, but I got a beautiful wife in the next room and 2 boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was just a special group, man, and shoot, 2 more years, 10-year reunion,
dude. That was literally going to be my next question. Was like when they did so by the way, people that don't remember this, the Red Sox were so bad in 2012 that they did an 8-year reunion for the 04 team. They're like, just fucking put them on some duck boats and roll them out there before this place burns to the ground. So they did an 8-year reunion for 04. And then like the 13 one, it was like, all right, yeah, like, but I'm not ready for a 10-year reunion for 2018.
It's wild.
It feels like it was like 3 years ago. Like
I think Coley said it's been 8 years before the show, and I'm like, that's obviously not right. You suck at math. Like, it has not been 8 years. It's like,
there's no way
it has.
Yeah,
that's gonna be weird.
No, that's crazy. I was thinking about. Well, I thought about it when they did the 13 one. Right, I was up there running the marathon, and they asked me to be like part of the on-field stuff. I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I was in Pawtucket the majority of the year. Like these guys don't want to see Brock Holt run out and like celebrate.
It was a big 26 games, Brock. It was a big 26 games.
We did it without me, you know? I was like, so they asked me, I was like, listen, I will be there for 18, but I will watch from the stands for this 13 one, you know? And I even asked Dustin, I was like, Dustin, they're asking me to like do all this stuff. He's like, do I do it? I was like, I feel weird, man. He goes, do whatever you want. You know, like Dustin, like, dude, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't care.
I don't care. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to do it because I would feel weird and I would feel like you guys would hate me, you know? So, but yeah, I was like, dude, that's only like, that was in 13. I was like, that's in 5 more years, you know? And now it's 2 more years. So it's crazy. Time flies.
I hate it. I hate that's
time flies.
I hate it. Like, some of those guys are still in the league.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mookie will still be playing. Devers will still be playing.
Xander will still be playing.
Mm-hmm. Jackie will still be playing for the Clowns.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He might be able to come back for that, though.
I mean, Sale's probably going to win another Cy at that point.
Sale,
probably.
Yeah. Sale's probably still going to be throwing. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Will David Price come back?
I was just going to say, I don't think he's coming back.
I think David Price will come back. I talk to David all the time. I think he'll come back.
You think so?
Dude, how could you not, dude? He should have been co-World Series MVP.
Talk about
straight up MVP.
Love it.
Talk about it.
Yeah, like, I'm glad Steve Pearce won it. What a story. But I was rooting for David. Granted, like, after Pearce hit all those home runs, like in the games 3 and 4, 4 and 5, whatever, for us to win, like, kind of obvious. But like David, I
thought he had a better story. Like, he had playoff
beautiful
demons.
Yeah.
Playoff demons. Didn't even exercise his first
and
start
he lost that
postseason.
Astros game, right? Like, yeah, I think he had a tough start to that postseason.
But the
definitely
Yankees start was bad.
He sucked in game 2 against the Yankees, but then he shoved after that.
But it was a very important suck because that is when Joe Kelly famously fixed the bullpen.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yep.
Very true.
And then, and then AC gave him the ball in game 5 instead of Sale, right?
Yeah.
So, I think David will come back for sure.
Do you think
he should?
There's a major misconception, Brock, amongst how maybe fans and media view David Price versus how the players in that clubhouse view David Price?
100%. David Price, he's one of my favorite teammates I've ever had. Now, granted, on start days, you leave him alone. I personally did not leave him alone, but the majority of people would, right? But I've got videos on my phone, dude, of me. I mean, I think I posted one time.
I was going to say on your phone. I think it was on your IG story. I don't think it's
scared him. But I've got videos of me, like, he'd be in the shower and I'd go and hide in his closet and behind his clothes. and then he'd drop towel, boom. And I'd have my phone out, and then he'd reach for his clothes, and I'd jump out of his clothes, and then he'd butt naked running around the clubhouse. I'd scare him. Or hiding, like, if I knew I was on the same floor as him at the hotel, like, I'd try and get up fast and then hide behind like a corner before he got to his room. But no, David, huge misconception. David was an unbelievable teammate. And obviously a huge reason why we were so successful.
You put some great stories up that year. I remember that.
Yeah. Why can't Price throw it tonight? Oh, Brock jumped out of his closet, scared him.
Yeah. Got him. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep the vibes high, you know?
Oh, the vibes couldn't have been higher.
It's like, all right, I'm not playing tonight. I can goof around a little bit. So, But no, me and David we had a good relationship. So, I mean, I like I said, I didn't go overboard on start days, but I would mess with him a little bit, just try to loosen him up a little bit. But yeah, he's unbelievable person, unbelievable teammate. And we were lucky to have him for sure.
I miss DP.
Yeah, DP.
He always appeared to me like someone that once he retired, he was just gonna fall off the radar. Like he's not a social media guy. He was heavily a social media guy in Tampa, and then by Boston, he kind of like phased it out. And now that he's retired, he's just like, I'm gonna just join the real world. And what is he up to? Like, what does he do?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not. I think he golfs quite a bit. He's got 2 kids as well. Building a house. But yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff. I think with what's that? What's the Players Alliance or something?
Yeah.
Something like, I see pictures of him at some of the events, and but yeah, dude. I mean, I think that was his plan. I think I'm gonna play this thing out, and then I'm gonna ride off into the sunset, which it's the dream, right? Like do what you're really good at for 10 years, 12 years, and live your life. Yeah, he's doing it. So
good for him. I miss DP.
Yeah, DP's great.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the whole 18 thing has got me thinking about just guys that were on that team. Like Mitch Moreland still did the bananas one time. Who else is still in the league?
Yeah, the funny thing, the Mitch Moreland. So I was supposed to play in that game, and then I ended up couldn't. So I got him in touch with the banana guy. Jesse is his name.
Yep.
And Mitch was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." He's like, "But I just pulled my hamstring like really bad, so like it's not good. So I'm gonna." But I think he ended up getting a base hit too.
It was beautiful, base hit. Right into left field.
Yeah, full torn hamstring. I mean, he didn't tear his hamstring at the bananas like Sean Casey did, but but he did play with a pulled hamstring. So
speaking of you not being able to make it to games, Brock, I didn't get to face you last summer.
Oh, I know. Right. That was weather, man.
Got rained out.
Got rained out.
Got diced up by Rich Hill the next night.
Oh, he's a tough at bat.
I mean, it's
tough at bat.
His arm angles, it's coming out of his ass, his elbows.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
he'll throw that little curve ball that I mean, I think the first baseman like ducks because it comes around his head and then comes into home plate. Yeah, Rich Hill, that's a tough draw. But at least you're right-handed. At least you're right-handed.
I am. I did foul tip one. I will tip my hat. He did not throw me all fastballs, which I thought he was going to do. He did not.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's how I felt like when I faced Chapman a lot. Like, hey, I would go back to the dugout or I struck out, said, hey, I foul tipped one though.
Got a piece.
Did you guys hear that? I foul tipped one. You know?
Yeah.
My one All-Star at bat against Aroldis Chapman.
That must have sucked.
In Cincy, when he played for Cincy, coming out just throwing
104.
Yeah. Yeah. But I did foul tip one. I think 4-pitch strikeout.
I mean, you just got to tip your cap at that point.
Tip your cap.
Yeah.
Tip your cap. You're better than I am.
Listen, it is what it is. T, do you have anything else for Brock? Because he's got to get back to being a dad and a dog owner of 2, not of 1, of 2.
2 dogs.
I do. It is a deep question.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Brock, I know your greatest fear is getting stuck in the middle of the ocean. And that's something that's kind of haunted you over the years.
How do you know that?
Don't worry about it.
I didn't know that.
It's okay.
I didn't know that either.
We have that kind of relationship.
News to me.
I'll be honest. I read it in an article earlier today. It was 20 questions with Brock Holt. It also said you were a big fan of the Twilight movies.
When did this come out?
A long time ago. I think it was right around the time you made the All-Star team.
Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean, I haven't thought about being stuck in the ocean. I think one time in my life, but obviously
these were the answers. These were the questions. It was like I got into Twilight because my girlfriend at the time showed me the movies. I was deep into this.
Yeah, I watched Twilight. I watched Twilight. Yeah, I do like those movies. They were good.
How would you survive in the middle of the ocean, Brock? No boat. I mean, no materials. You're floating.
Boat. I'm not.
You're naked.
Surviving.
You're naked in the ocean,
brother. I'm not surviving.
Where's the fight?
If I'm in the ocean with no boat, I'm a goner. I'm a goner.
You're not going to try. You have children. You have dogs.
Do you know how the ocean works?
I didn't back then. Whenever I answered the question.
All right, so a million miles from shore, right? You got no boat, no nothing. How are you getting out of there?
See, everyone says this. Like you're just going to be able to die. Like you can't drown yourself.
You drown.
You just go down.
You can't hold it. You get eaten by something. A wave takes you under. Like you're dying, T. Everyone is dying.
I thought Brock was different.
All right, T. I'll try to swim to shore, but I'm not making it.
All right. No. I just want some fight. I don't want you to go down all like sad and pathetic.
Well, no, I'll try. I'll try and swim, but chances are if I'm in the middle of the ocean with no boat, I'm not making it.
What's the difference between running a marathon and swimming to shore? It's easier.
Thousands of miles.
Probably lots of miles is the difference. Mm-hmm. I mean, the marathon is lots of miles, but I think being stuck in the middle of the ocean and trying to swim back, because I wouldn't even know which way to go.
Right.
You know? Well, you're in the middle, so either way, you're just going to pick one.
Yeah, I mean, you pick one, but
it's just the tough part with the middle of the ocean is you're just so far from land.
What were some more of the answers?
So it's 20 questions. The Legend of Brock Holt. They asked you how you got the name Brock Star. Let me see. They asked you who your best friends in baseball are, and you said they were both in your wedding. And that was Jay Rogers and Tony Sanchez.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Still good pals. Still good pals.
You listed John Lackey, Mike Napoli, and Dustin Pedroia as the three guys who showed you the ropes in the big leagues.
Okay. That's pretty good.
They asked you what you were going to do with your first homer. What did you do with it?
I still have it.
Okay. You said you were going to put it in your new house with your wife that you just bought.
Okay. I did do that.
Do you remember what minor league game you were most proud of?
Minor league game most proud of?
It's a weird one.
I have no idea.
Your AA All-Star game home run.
Okay. Yeah. MVP. All-Star MVP. New Hampshire.
This is a new game for T. Did you say this? Yes or no?
This is great.
What's your biggest pet peeve, Brock?
We end every episode with a deposition now.
No, sir, is this your handwriting? 2015, you remember saying this? Did you say it?
Did you say it?
Is this you?
Yep. Lie detector test.
Did you get married? Is that true? Did you get married?
I found an SI for kids Q&A you did. It says here I read through the whole thing.
I thought it was good.
It's got something about Sandra Bullock in here. Is this true?
Oh no! I would have what did you search to find this?
I just started typing in like Brock Holt 2013, 2014, 2015, and I was just going through what people were talking about back then.
Oh, that's funny. My biggest pet peeve. Now it's youth sports parents.
Okay.
But back then it was probably said like traffic or something.
Nailed it. You said it's the worst. My wife will agree that as soon as I sniff traffic, I get pretty flustered.
There you go.
My
Very
must-have
descriptive
music.
answer by me.
Yeah.
Said it.
What's your must-have music in your playlist?
Country.
Yeah, you said Texas country. Randy Rogers, Wade Bowen.
Nick's gone. He left. Go.
The first time I ever met Brock was at John Lester's charity event at the House of Blues that we would go on to sell out a decade later in 2014. And I don't even know if you remember this, Brock. The first question I ever asked you was if you could change your walk-up song to Brock Lesnar's entrance theme. And you said, I like having it country because I like to be calm and relaxed and happy when I walk to the plate. I don't want to like rip someone's head off or feel like I'm like all fired up and jacked up when I go to the plate. So you never did change it to Brock Lesnar, but you did stay true to always having country.
Stayed true to the country. So check. I did say that.
Yeah.
So
There
check.
we go. That it?
That's cool.
Is
Is that all of them? That doesn't seem like 20. That didn't seem like 20.
That was
I
like
got
11.
2 more for you.
Okay.
It said your new hobby was that you got into fishing.
Okay. Yeah.
You still fish?
I mean, I don't. I would like to. I don't, but I do like to fish.
Did you
You
say
lived
that?
with Brandon Snyder during spring training?
I did live with Brandon Snyder. Yeah, we would fish.
People
So
forget.
that was my big thing. That was my big thing in spring training. Like, because I didn't like golf at the time, so I would all the communities in Fort Myers have the ponds behind the houses, and we would just go fish, and that's what I did instead of golf. So
Brandon Snyder was the first Red Sox player I ever met. I posted a picture I took with him from Autograph Alley in 2013, and everyone didn't know who it was. Everyone was just like trying to guess who the player was. So I got a lot of love for Brandon Snyder.
Shortest home run, I think in 2013. I think he had the shortest home run of the season. He hit it right down the right field line, Fenway.
And the last one, what reality show would you like to be on?
Oh man.
I've heard there's this new one where they take you and drop you in the middle of the ocean.
It was The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was
called
going to
Ocean
guess
Depth.
that.
Is that the one I said?
Yes.
I don't think I ever watched that show.
This was an ESPN article.
Oh, wow.
Was it?
Luis K. Cornetta.
Don't know who that is.
Shout her out.
I just
Shout her out,
looked
Louise
it up.
K.
The distance a human can swim before drowning varies dramatically, ranging from less than a mile for untrained individuals in cold water, so that's like Tyler, to over 100 miles for elite marathon swimmers in ideal conditions.
Thank
So
you.
you're not a marathon swimmer, but you're a marathon runner. So like, do you think you cut it in half? You could probably swim 50 miles maybe? No?
I would assume that the conditions wouldn't be perfect in the middle of the ocean.
It's not just
25
miles
miles?
right here.
So I'm not swimming 25 miles. I think I make it. I think with just pure grit and determination, I make it like 4 miles.
I think I'll give you 10.
I'm going to go 30. There's
I
nothing
ain't
to
swimming
do.
30
Dying
miles.
either way, right?
There's nothing to do.
yeah.
And the water
Have you
kind of
ever-
carries you.
Well,
No,
it could
doesn't.
carry you. It could carry you backwards while you're swimming forwards.
Right.
Positive thinking.
You know.
I've
You
been
could-
watching
you could swim to
these
a
people
rip current.
rowing across the
All right,
ocean.
Tyler, next time you go to a swimming pool, I want you to start at one end and swim without stopping to the other end and tell me how tired you are.
I'm a sneaky great swimmer. I actually took swimming lessons for 3 years. I was a late developer in the water. But once I really figured it out, I was great.
You didn't get it the first year?
No, 3 years. Ages 7 to 10.
Okay. By 10, you could swim.
Steve?
Yeah, I just had one last one for Brock over here. So I was thinking, we were talking about the postseason, right? We're talking about Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani in the postseason, now that he actually makes the playoffs on a real team, pretty good in the playoffs, it would seem, after watching those games. How locked in are you on Shohei and these games specifically to make sure you maintain your title as the only postseason cycle?
Ooh,
Listen,
good cue.
I get more and more nervous every year because people are getting close. People are getting really close. I mean, Shohei had that one game, right, where he hit 3 home runs and struck out 10,
10K
or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think there was a game when he led off the game with a triple. And when you get the triple early, especially if you're someone like Shohei, pressure's on, right? And then Vladdy might have should have tried for the triple last year.
Right.
Might have should have. I think he would have been no, but I think he would have been out by a good ways after looking
good 90.
Yeah, looking over top at the high view. But I was watching that live, and I did get a little puckered, you know.
Yeah.
Like how do you react in those situations? Are you kind of edge of your seat? Because they talk about it on the broadcast a decent amount, and you do come up, obviously, where it's like, you got to remember. It's like, you don't have to tell us. We remember. Like, this is the guy.
I mean, you got to say it. You got to say it because it's only happened one time.
Yeah.
Right. So, I say it all the time. I say I'll always be the first, but only sounds way cooler.
Oh,
It definitely
so much
does.
cooler.
I mean, I do root against everyone. But
Fuck them.
you know, I want to see people. I want to see people succeed. But like, if you've got a homer, double, triple, you know, I want you to hit another homer. You know,
Okay.
I want you to hit another double. You know,
What if it is Shohei that does it though? Because I feel like that will do wonders for your
I better
street
have.
cred.
I would say if Shohei does do it, I will get on the phone with Mookie, and I will see if I can't get a Porsche in the driveway for sharing. You know, I feel like Shohei. I feel like Shohei would gift me something, right? You know,
He'd have to, especially if you put the request in. Yeah, he'd probably do it without the request, but with the request, you might get a couple cars.
It's like the home run race, right? Whenever
when you almost
whenever
got
I was trying to, whenever I almost got it, it's like I'm surprised they don't fly me out to all of Shohei's postseason games just in case, you know, because it's eventually going to happen.
Cam would go crazy.
If we do the postseason nuts again next postseason, Jerry, I do think like if anyone has a triple and like home run already ticked off,
we get Brock.
We need
on.
Brock right on the screen.
Yeah,
like, he just needs to.
We got to have live we got to have a live reaction. That'd be good. That'd be a good viewership, I think, because I pay attention and like I said, I root hard against everyone.
I kind of know the answer to this, but like seeing Judge get that AL record had to hurt, right? Knowing that should have been you.
Yeah, it should have been me. And the whole Aaron Judge thing is like, I wish I could hate him. You know, I wish I could hate. You can?
Yeah,
I can't hate him, man. Like I want to so bad. But like he says all the right things. He's fun to watch. Like, I mean, I want him to lose.
Right.
You know, I want the Yankees to lose all the time. But he's and everyone that I've played with that has played with him says he's
the real deal.
Yeah, oh God. And I'm just like, I want to hate him so bad, but I can't. Can't do it. And I wanted to see him. I think it would have been funny if he would have signed with another team. But like deep down, I wanted him to finish as a Yankee. You know, I like seeing guys stay in one spot. So, Judgy, if you're watching this,
he watches.
I love you, man.
He watches every episode.
He
I
loves
love you, man. I love you, man. I know you don't feel the same towards me, but I love
He's
you.
almost, to me, like, as long as it keeps going this way, because we all agree we don't, other than Jerry, none of us want to see the Yankees win the World Series. I think we can all agree
I don't
there.
want them to win.
Correct.
The World Series.
The longer he keeps this peak going, while the Yankees also continue to lose the World Series, to me, it's like the Yankees fans are like strapping themselves with this like suicide bomb vest where they've only had ring talk their whole lives, and they have like Yogi Berra and DiMaggio and all these people, and they have to take one of these guys out to put Judge in there, and it just causes so much dissension in the ranks within the fan base where he's so objectively good, but they've overrated so many people historically because of their rings, and now they're in quite the quandary. So I actually him and Boone are like my favorite guys, but I do hate them.
Yeah, I do. I like Boone as well. He's
I hope he's the manager forever there.
My whole life.
But yeah, he's so good, and you can't really even as a Red Sox fan, you like he's unbelievable. Like his numbers are a joke, and after playing the sport, you know, for as long as I did, you learn quickly that there's just some guys who are more gifted than others and who are just better. And I mean, he's one of those guys, like people can't do what he does. Like just the way he's built and
if people listen to his swing coach, maybe they could.
Well, I think his swing coach benefited off of having a 6'7", 260-pound beast, you know, because if I did that swing and I hit the ball like Aaron Judge, the shortstop would be catching my ball, you know? So the difference between Aaron Judge and Brock Holt is like, it's a completely different specimen. You know,
yeah. One guy shows up in October. I know. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
100% true.
there you go.
October records. Brock Holt.
Hey, hold
Good
on.
night,
Hold on.
Oh, what do we got?
We got a memorabilia piece.
Bedside table. This could be anything.
It's gonna be the double-A home run.
Slowest pitch ball.
Hey,
There we go. Okay.
There you go. I got two of
Doesn't
them.
have that.
That's my favorite ring out of all the four. Like
It's a good ring.
from like a look, size, like design, it's the best
dignified.
one.
Yeah, it's a good one. They did a good job. Oh, you're just on the screen.
Do you ever wear it?
Yeah.
That's a thing I feel like players just don't do. They don't really wear the ring.
I've worn it a couple times. I went to like a country music thing with my buddy Cody Johnson, who I'm a big fan of, and I wore it to that. But I don't wear it too much. And I think I've told this story about Steve Pierce. Like, you obviously we get the rings, right, and you get an opportunity. You can buy the face of the ring for like a necklace for your wives. Well, Steve Pierce shows up in 2019 with that necklace with the face of the ring. We're like, Steve, what are you doing, dude? Those are for the wives. And he was wearing it in spring training games.
I'm with him. That's sick. That's a
World Series
that's
MVP.
pretty awesome, honestly.
World Series MVP comes with his wife's ring necklace, which was, I think, his that he bought for himself.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt. And no one ever heard from him ever again.
Yeah, he just disappeared.
Yeah.
He
Bought a
did
boat.
an interview after
He
he
might be in the
retired.
middle of the ocean, T.
There was a
At least he's
Globe
got a boat,
story, I think 2 or 3 years ago, like updating where he's been in life.
I saw him at some signing at Fenway once a few years ago.
There was a signing very recently that it was at they had some event, I think it was last summer, where it was all 4 World Series MVPs did a signing together, and he was there for that.
I mean, that's wild. Was Manny, David, who's
Mike Lowell.
Mike Lowell and Steve Pierce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve Pierce, World Series MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brock, with the 2013 one, you said you didn't want to do the event. Is it a weird feeling to be a part of a team like that for like 26 games? Like, you have the World Series ring, but like, to say you wouldn't go to the event or do any of the event, like, do you just treat that one differently because you played a smaller role on that team?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just about respecting the people who were there the whole time and letting them have their flowers, right? Like, they gave me way more than I deserved that year. Played 26 games. I got quarter share of the World Series winnings, and then I got a World Series ring. Like, for me, just the kind of the player I am or was, and the person I'm like, that you guys did that. Thanks for letting me be a part of it and be on the journey, and thanks for giving me what you did, because all those guys were great. That team was awesome too. I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with them, and when I was up, I was young, and I kept my mouth shut and did what I was supposed to do. But I got to watch, and just being around that group of guys, like the Napolis, the Victorinos, the Johnny Gomes, Dustin Pedroias, obviously, and even the pitching staff. You know, I mean, it was a veteran team, and for me as a young player to be able to witness that when the short time that I was up was beneficial for me in my career. So,
Were you in the 13 parade?
No, I wasn't in.
Wow.
So I was Pawtucket the majority of the year. I got called up. Middlebrooks went down. I would come up. He would come back. I'd go down. And I mean, I went up and down. I came up on the first day after the first opening day. Dustin tore his thumb up, and I flew to New York, and they're like, "Hey, we might need you." I went to the hotel. I don't know who called me the next day. It might have been Charrington, and said, "Hey, Dustin's he's fine. He's going to play the rest of the season with the torn thumb." God. So I slept in New York hotel. I flew wherever I was
sliding
from.
into first, right?
Yeah. And he played, and he hit 300, 310 that year, played 160 games with a torn thumb. won the World Series. Ridiculous. But I came up opening day. Slept in the hotel. I don't know where we were. We might have been in Pawtucket. We might have not been. But I flew to New York, slept in the hotel, called me, said, hey, never mind. And then right back to where I was going. So I did that a few times. I got called up, went to wherever the team was, and then the next day I went back. So it was Gary DiSarcina was our manager in AAA, and he would come up to me. He's like, "Hey, you're going up or whatever," and I'd be like, and it got to the point where I did it so much, I'd be like, "All right, so what position am I playing tomorrow?" You know, so like I'll be back tomorrow. You know, but that was a great team to be a part of as a young player, just to watch them, them work. So yeah, 2013, that, you know, being a part of the festivities, I don't think they would have had a problem with it, but me, I would have just felt like I'm in the way, you know, and I don't want to feel like that. I want those. I
feel the same way. I have a 2013 ring. I feel the same way, honestly.
Yeah,
Jared, you have one too, right? I do have a 2013 ring. Do you have one, Jared?
He's got the World Series trophies.
I got the trophy. I have trophies. The 18. I don't have the 18 is the only one I got.
But you'd feel if they invited you to be a part of it, it's like, I know you were a part of that team, but like you'd 13, feel a little weird. Yeah.
13.
No, I was part of all of it. I was part of all four.
Steve, isn't that why you weren't on the parade? In the parade? Because
I think are we at time? I think I'm actually looking at. No, I think we might be.
Like,
I was going to say, Brock. I was going to give you credit, though, because we were talking about you guys potentially going back-to-back in 2019. You had my back. You said I would be on your duck boat if you guys won in 2019. You guys didn't even make the playoffs.
That, though, probably, Brock. You're probably just like saying that, but you're like,
no, you remember.
I said that, yeah.
No, Stevie P would have been on the boat for sure.
Yeah,
in 19?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yep. T?
Yeah.
In a world, Brock, where you knew me in 2019, would you have let me on the boat with Steve?
I think I would have. T.
Thank you.
I would have.
Would have been offended.
You sounded confident in that.
Yeah. No,
I think I would have. Now that I think about it, I think, you would have been on there. Mm-hmm.
I'd be good on a duck boat.
Jake definitely would have been on the boat.
Yeah, Jake's driving the boat. Yeah.
Well, why did you say definitely with me?
You would have been on the boat.
To kill his dog.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. I did forget about that.
I put it out there, but I didn't do it.
A boat when he was in the middle of the ocean. You want a boat downtown Boston?
Yeah, right. No boat.
Fair take. It's a fair take.
Nothing. No boat. Middle of the ocean.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you would have been on it.
Appreciate it.
I think the world needs to see Duck Boat T at some point. I don't know how we're gonna get there.
I would do what you did.
What do you mean?
Blackout?
Yes, that's what I would have to. That would want to be the experience.
I had an awesome time. I had a great time.
That was a great day.
It really was.
That was a great day.
I mean, best day of my life, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Not even close.
It's up there.
Best Halloween ever, no doubt.
That was Halloween. Yeah. We did the parade, and then we all went to Mitch Moreland's house and had a Halloween party.
How was anyone left standing?
Well, I wasn't I don't even know if I might have had a couple beers, but I'm not a big drinker. Never been a big drinker.
Me neither.
So,
that's what happened.
So I was still standing, but no, I think everybody was. I don't know if everybody showed up, but
sure.
I don't remember it being too wild. But
interesting. You guys didn't want it bad enough.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
That set the tone for 2019, where it's like, we're not going back to back. These guys don't have
it.
Yeah. 2019.
Once I
AC, we're coming off a tough parade. I just don't know if this team is going to have a great season.
Slow start for all the starters in spring training, just because of that part.
Once I got off that duck boat and I looked around at how sober everyone was, I was like, we're not going back to back. This
is not happening. No chance.
Yeah, looking back on it, I should have partied a little bit harder, but I'm just that's me, man.
You guys also clinched every series on the road. That's the only thing I hated about the 2018 team is we never got any baseball tavern celebrations after the
series. It would have been nice to win. I mean, obviously the World Series winning at Fenway would have been sick, but whenever you're in it, I will say, like, now that I'm out of it and I watch games, I want to see everything go to Game 7, right? I want to see as many games as possible. But when you're in it, like, get it over with as quick as possible. Like, let's win this so we don't have to worry about it, you know? So That's a frightening thought, to be like playing third base in the bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. It's a frightening thought. So mentally, it's good to be up 5-1 with Chris Sale on the mound.
Mm-hmm. Were you on the field for the final out against the Yankees?
Oh baby, I was. Well, the final
myself.
Took
the
like
final
15
out
minutes.
against the Yankees. No, me and JD were both. But I will say it's more nerve-wracking. For me, it was more nerve-wracking when I was on the bench, when I wasn't playing, than when I was playing. Because you never know, like, when am I going in? What's the situation going to be? Or like, you just can't do it. You can't do anything about it. Like in the game, once you're in, it's okay. I've been here before. I've seen this. I've seen this before. I've played this game. But when you're not in it, it's more nerve-wracking. Me and JD were dugout. Something funny would happen. Batting cage. Something funny would happen. Back to the dugout. Like me and JD were just like we couldn't sit still. We were like so nervous. And the funny thing is Nunez made that play, and they were challenging it.
Yeah,
It took forever.
And it was close, and he was hurt. So guess who was going in? If he was safe, your boy was going in. And I was not in a mental state to go into that game and finish it out. So, but then I think I came in too. I think I came in late. What happened here?
What?
I think I came in late. The game against Houston, that Bregman came up.
Oh yeah.
And Benny ended up
yeah.
diving. So I came in late to play third, which at that time, third was my least comfortable position. And I came in late, I either for Nunez or Devers, and they got bases loaded, 2 outs. Kimbrel was kind of like, he was kind of all over the place, and Bregman hit that line drive, and that was a terrifying moment for me over there. But Benny made a game saving catch to
highlight of his career
to seal it. So
It's crazy.
So
that's when Breggy was chirping the Sox, right? Didn't he have to delete it?
Breggy was watching video of them hitting homers off of Uvalde.
He was.
That's
They had
right.
like a 3-homer game or something against Nate, and he was like, just watching some tape, and it was
Just
Uvalde
watching
giving
some
up
tape,
tanks.
just-
That's right.
showing all the homers they hit off of them. Yeah.
All I ever think is Castig falling out of his chair. That's the first thing that pops into my head every single time. He's like trying to get back up and make the call. All timer.
And yet Nunez got hurt every 5 minutes that postseason, so
yeah.
you had to stay ready.
I was ready. Yeah. So it was better to be on the field because at least I was in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game in LA where he got hurt trying to bunt.
Cora can't just laugh at him.
Oh my
Corey
goodness.
said he'd look at him and say, "I'm dying. I think I'm dying," and he's like, "Dude, you're good."
He got hurt trying to bunt because they threw a back foot slider and he tried to dodge it and he fell down, and I think I stole that pitch, and he was down for the count for 5 minutes. Finally got up, laid down a bunt to move me over. They threw it into right field, and he tripped over the bag and was face down, and I scored the go-ahead run. He's face down. Cora had to come back out.
He's like, "Dude, what are we doing here?"
And then like 2 innings later, he fell into the stands to try and catch that pop fly.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I think an inning later, he tried to catch a pop fly over the mound, and there's a picture where you just see his legs. He's scorpioned over the mound.
Yeah.
And I think AC had to come out like 4 times to check on him in the span of like 3 innings.
It's like, this is the one. I don't think I'm surviving this one.
Yeah, Nunez was awesome, dude. He was funny. Oh, he was great.
He had the best laugh.
Oh, he was awesome. All of that,
Don't die.
all that bunting down, hit first base, face first down, into the stands. AC's running back out, and then he trips over the mound. AC's back out. Yeah,
we hired Wile E. Coyote to work at the Acme factory. That was Nunez.
He's like, can we, Noonie, either get out or like either stay in or just go sit down. Like, we're trying to get this game over with, dude. It's already long enough, you know? Oh man, he was awesome.
I miss him.
Yeah, no,
he's another one that just like fell off the face of the earth after stopping playing.
Yeah, good guy, man. He called me little white guy, little white.
Little white.
So he goes, "What's up, white guy?" And so I would call him I would call him Latin guy. Like, what's up, Latin guy? You know,
why not?
Just worked, you know.
Yeah,
but great person, great teammate, good family.
Mm-hmm.
So he was another one of those guys. You know, you just add to the clubhouse that just makes things. And I mean that year, right? It's like you add Steve Pierce. That was our big move, you know, the All-Star break, and
him and Uvalde, right?
Yeah, and Uvalde, yeah. And those two guys, you know, Nate, World Series hero, Steve, World Series MVP. You know,
man.
Yeah, because Noontime came over at the deadline in 2017, and I remember when we interviewed him after the World Series, I was like, what was the biggest difference between those two clubhouses, like 18 and 2017? And he was like, when I came over in 2017, he's like, we were in first place, and I walked in, and it felt like we were a last place team. He's like, I like would go up to people and be like, we're in first place, right? Like, why does it feel like this? Like,
yeah, a lot of people that came over like in those years, like we won the division 16, 17, and they'd come over and they'd be like, hey, are we in first place? Like, we're winning the American League East, right? Like, yeah, we are, but it was just, quiet. It's like everybody was walking on eggshells, and it was just, well, I mean, it comes from the top, you know, comes from the top. We had someone in the manager's seat that was on the hot seat, right? And he you know, and wasn't the best communicator, right? So like nobody really knew what was happening or who was playing, or I mean, there were multiple times where Dustin Pedroia was told he wasn't going to play, you know, the next day. And so I'm like, all right, cool, I'm going to get to play. And we would lose the night before, and then we'd show up and they'd put the lineup up, and Dustin would be hitting first, playing second base. And he'd be like, what the, you know? And then I'd be like, what the, I'm supposed to play, you know? Like I got ready, but like with AC, he would tell Bogey, hey, you're not playing on Thursday, and it's like Monday. So, and then I would know, hey, I'm playing shortstop on Thursday. Or he'd tell me after the game, second base tomorrow. Or if he didn't tell me after the game, on my way home from the field, I'd get a text message, second base tomorrow, you know? So like we just knew what was happening or what we were supposed to do. And I remember multiple times Torey Lovello coming in, like all of us bench players would be in the cage stretching, hitting, trying to get ready. And Torey Lovello would come downstairs. It was like a running joke with us. He'd come downstairs and be like, hey, Brock, be ready to hit, run, field, or throw. And I'm like, all right, Torey, I'll be ready. You know, because like he had no idea. Like nobody knew anything, you know? So that, you know, that stuff matters, man. Communication matters, and like just knowing your role and knowing what you're expected to do. And I'll tell you, as a bench player, knowing I'm playing the night before is way better than knowing I'm playing when the lineup card goes up at 1:00, you know?
Yeah.
So you can prepare a little bit better. So,
I think it's crazy that not every team operates that way, like with communication.
It's really in anything, you know? It's like communication in anything that you do is the main driver of success to me. It's like you got to know people got to know what's expected of them and what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to do it. But in baseball, it makes a huge difference, and that's why AC was so good, and is still so good. But obviously being able to speak to the English speaking players and the Spanish speaking players helps too. So see.
Mm-hmm. Steve can speak Spanish.
See.
Mm-hmm.
See.
Mm-hmm. So you got another last question for Brock or no?
No, I think I'm going to let him go back to his dog.
How would you get back to the moon? No space.
So you're in space. You got no space suit. Are you getting back to Earth?
I'm done.
Oh,
sorry for taking an interest in Brock's life. Okay.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate that, T.
Anytime.
I
do like the "Did you say this" segment. I like that a lot. That should be a new thing.
That was good. Yeah, you got to start doing that with your guests. You got to start searching. Get insert guest name 1973. Try and find the oldest article that you can find about the person.
The only last thing I had for Brock, record prediction, if you could, for this Sox team.
Record prediction. Okay, what's the line set at? Do we know?
I think. Well, what was Fangraphs today? 90 and 72, right? T.
Ooh. That graphic was wrong. Like a lot of people were tweeting underneath it. That's not what they predicted. The Fangraphs Zips projection has them at 90 and 72, tied with the Blue Jays for first place.
All right, I'll take that.
I just don't want the graphic, T.
MLB posted it, like the actual MLB page, and if you look at the mentions underneath, everyone's like, "This is wrong." I was like, "I don't know what you guys were doing when you put it together, but yeah, that's the Zips projection on Fangraphs.
90 and 72, right?
Yeah, that's what it was, tied with the Blue Jays.
Okay,
90 and 72.
Right. What are the
I just don't want them
88.
tied with the Blue Jays for first. I just don't want them to win 108.
Yeah.
So anything less than that. I'll say 90. I would say, so I'm going to go one more. I'm going to go 91 and 71.
I like that.
91 and 71, 20 over.
Easily one of your best traits is record protection. I like that. Where it's like, nope,
Yes.
I don't want anyone else to have what I had. I love that.
Nope.
Fangraphs has them at 84.6.
Dang, that's a big difference. 90 and 84. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna say 20 games over. Pitching staff leads us to some. We're gonna win some games, 2-1, 3-1. Crochet. Yeah, it's gonna be fun for the fans. Crochet's gonna win this.
Give me a pitching duel any day of the week.
Crochet's gonna win Cy Young.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Roman. Is Roman still a rookie?
No.
Does he qualify? No. Okay, so he's not going to win Rookie of the Year. But Crochet wins Cy Young for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got.
And then Rangers Suarez is second, and then Brian Bayo's third in voting, and then
what about Sonny Gray?
Sonny Gray's fourth.
Yeah, okay.
And then
down year,
and then
the Chapman
91-71.
They like to put a closer up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full rotation, Cy Young. Roman not Rookie of the Year.
I do like Early. I do like Early though.
Mm-hmm.
I like him a lot. I think he's going to be good.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be down in spring training. I think 2 weeks. I'm going to go down there.
So I'll get the boys.
I'll get the boys going.
Yeah.
I'm actually going down to schmooze a little bit. I got to go down for Partners Weekend, but I'm going to sneak on the field. We're taking the whole Lakin and the boys are coming, so we're gonna get Griff and Ripken out there.
Oh hell yeah,
running around.
I love that. You gonna go full uni?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'm gonna go Brian Butterfield. I'll probably put the cup on and everything.
Yeah,
jockstrap cup.
Pride of Maine.
Yeah,
Brian Butterfield, man.
Yeah, I love it. I love Brian, but my favorite coach, professional baseball
ever.
Brian Butterfield.
He was
Brian Butterfield, Torey Lovello.
Yeah, two of
my faves.
Yep.
And then AC.
The Holy Trinity right there.
Holy Trinity. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Brian Butterfield sends me his daily
you just
devotional.
Like saying his name.
I do. Yeah, I do. Brian Butterfield. Montekia, as the Latin players call him.
So anyway, about Brian Butterfield.
In my head, he was like 80 years old when he was coaching the Red Sox, and then he's like in his 60s. He just looks old.
Tyler
to me.
has no concept of time. Like he
Maybe.
thinks that
He
like
just looked
anyone older than
elderly.
27 is
he
like
thinks that
gonna
because
retire.
we're in our mid 30s that we're gonna die soon of old age. Like very
Brock,
soon.
how old do you think I am? I've had some bad answers over the last week or so.
I think you're 28.
Great. I'll be 28 in a couple months. Thank you.
Pretty good.
Someone
Is
said
that-
I look
Is
36.
that right?
May.
I mean, I'm 37.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
old
mean,
as
I'm-
shit.
Hey, Brock.
I'm starting to look older, but I still feel like I should still be out there, you know?
Yeah.
You're younger than Chapman.
Yeah. But that goes back to the different species.
Yes,
You know,
good
like
point.
Brock and Aroldis Chapman are
British.
two different. Brock, yeah, yeah, Great Britain. Yeah. How they turn him down, man? Like, he's clearly from Great Britain. He's clearly British.
Most British guy ever.
Yeah. But yeah, two separate species. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I feel like it goes back to the 2018 thing. That was 10 years ago. Like, I feel like I just got done playing. I haven't played in 5 years, you know? So crazy.
Hey, Sox are signing utility guys. Be ready.
Come
$6
on.
million.
I'm gonna call- Well,
If
Not
Brendan
a bad
Rodgers can do it, why can't you, Brock?
that's true. Brendan Rodgers, wasn't he he was a former like top prospect though, wasn't he?
Yeah, third overall pick.
Wow. See? You never know, man. Baseball's a funny game.
Sure is. Do you have any final
250. I
thoughts,
was
Brock?
254th
There you
overall.
go.
Mm.
Do you have anything you want to leave the people with here on episode
Me?
600?
Can't wait for 700.
It's gonna be
600 episodes is a lot, guys.
great. It's a lot.
It is
And-
a
and
lot.
to
Yeah.
think
You guys-
that we don't number the bonus episodes during the off season either. So like we've probably done 800-ish. What would you guess, Steve?
I was gonna say 800 because there's
What was
other
the first-
yeah
What was the first year?
2015. It was your All-Star year.
2015.
Yeah.
Jeez. 10-year reunion was last year for you guys.
Yeah,
Holy
but like
moly.
technically
This-
because
This is
Steve
season 10 coming
sabotaged the
up.
podcast.
Oh,
Steve
so
left
this
for
will
2
be-
years. So
Yeah.
it's like this is 10 years of the 10, but it's not like our 10th. I don't know.
It's
I
season
don't know
10.
what the fuck.
It's just season 10.
Season
It's
Season
10.
10.
Season
Very
10.
simple.
Season 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are still doing it, man.
Still doing
Mhm.
it every
So
day.
you
still
can
doing
too. You can still be playing baseball. There we go.
I could still be doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like being home, though. It's nice.
It must be.
Yeah.
Because you could just like, you could live like a king in Boston, but you don't live here.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be on the
Dude.
coaching staff if you wanted to, Brock.
Listen, me and Lakin have talked about it, right? Like, because I would like to get more involved somehow. But for me, man, Griff is 9, Ripken's 5, and they're in the thick of it. And I don't want to miss it, you know? So I would love to be back in uniform and helping out on staff or back on field and back in that environment. But like, I don't want to do that more than I want to be at home and be a dad. So,
Is there a role you would picture yourself in? Like, I want to be a Brian Butterfield or something like that.
I mean, I would love to be Brian Butterfield, but
Yeah.
there's only one Brian Butterfield, you know?
That's right.
So
I'd pick
No, I mean,
Crochet personally, but I can see Butterfield.
no, but I think I can bring value.
Hello.
What up, pup?
He's like, dude, you're still on right now?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And he-
That
he
dog was like,
just-
he wants to strangle me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like,
he probably
did you ask
does.
another
You said.
question while
Yeah.
you were signing off? Is that what happened?
Yeah, yeah. He I think I could. I mean, I think I could bring value to just. I'm more of like a relationship type person. Like I'm not the analytical guy,
Vibes coordinator.
vibes coordinator, but like I played every position, and like for me, like I think about it, like if I can be successful and in Boston, like anyone can do it, right? Like I played every position, so I know a lot about the game, but like for me, the relationships and like communication and like letting guys know, what it takes to win here, because it's a real thing. I don't know. I could add value, and I would like to be more involved. And I tried the Nesson thing a few years back and did the pre and post game, and it's just I've found that I would rather be involved with what's going on the field as opposed to talking about it. That's just I just feel like I'm better at that, and that's where I can bring more value. And for me, like, critiquing guys on the field felt weird, because I was like, I wasn't, I mean, I had great moments, but I wasn't that good of a player. Like, so it's hard for me to like call somebody out and say he should have done this better whenever, I was the guy that was, just hanging on, 26th man, 25th man. So, but we'll figure it out. I got time, and I'm doing the stuff with the Jimmy Fund, which is great. With TC, and I'm doing some alumni stuff, and I'll be around more this year. So, traveling to Boston, but I think in the years coming up, I'll try and get more involved somehow.
Oh yeah,
see what they let me do.
You were at Section 10 night, and I didn't see you.
Yeah, I know. I texted you, and you just, like I said, hey man, it's Section 10 night, and you just like answered it, and then that was the end of the conversation.
You're like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's something like that. And then you were like, wait a second, you were here? I'm like, well, yeah, that's why I texted you.
Let me see.
You idiot.
You said, hold on, I gotta scroll up.
That
when was
sounds
Section
like
10 night?
what
September?
I remember happening.
Yeah. I think I took a
All right. You texted me and said, where is Section 10 night? And I said,
oh, yeah.
Pawtucket. And you said, I thought they moved from Pawtucket. And I said, they did, but they had the event there. And you said, that's very smart. And then a week later, I was like, were you fucking at Fenway on Wednesday? And you said, well, I was until you said Pawtucket. And then I went there. And I said, I literally just found out that you were there. I'm actually sad you didn't tell me that you were there. So that's not on me.
To.
I mean, that is a conversation.
There was a conversation.
I was there, man. I was at Fenway, and it's like, that's why I was so confused when you told me Pawtucket, because I was literally there. And I saw that it was Section 10 night at Fenway.
Yeah.
But
via
but
Pawtucket, yeah.
Yeah, Pawtucket.
We saw you at Fenway Fest.
I was Fenway Fest, yeah. I made an appearance at Fenway Fest.
Dudes at Fenway were like, yeah, go to Pawtucket, bud. Get the hell out of here. We don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, you should have been like, hey, honestly, I was in the booth the whole game because I was supposed to do like an inning, and then I think they like tied the game, and they were like, and Will Fleming was like, well, you got to stay now. And they walked it off. So I was in there for, I think I planned on 1 or 2 innings, and I was in there for like 7.
I never saw you after like the 4th inning. Like, that was the last time I saw you that night.
In the booth.
Yeah.
Calling the game with Will.
Calling the big league game. Yep. That's what I was doing.
No, I was there, Section 10 night. It was, in fact, not at Pawtucket. It was at Fenway.
You bought a ticket, you flew in just for Section 10 night, and you didn't get to meet the fellas. I
didn't get to meet the fellas. I tried to go to, didn't you guys have like a pregame show or something? House of Blues or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Warwick.
In Pawtucket.
In Warwick.
Warwick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
Next year.
I did get to see you at FanFest. That was a thing.
This year, I'll come to the 10 season reunion.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably do another Section 10 night. Maybe. We're running out of colors to put on the jerseys.
That is true.
Isn't that crazy though? You think about it. You guys started a Red Sox podcast, and they've got Section 10 night at Fenway Park.
It's bizarre.
With
it's very bizarre.
Section 10 jersey giveaways.
Yeah, that is a little odd.
That's crazy to think about. Like, that's like me thinking about, like, I wanted to be a professional baseball player when I was younger, and then I got to do it. You know, like you guys started a Red Sox podcast because you were fans, and now it's like everyone that goes to the games are fans of you guys.
I think everyone, but
yeah,
a lot of people will make
those specific tickets. Yeah.
Like Clay Buchholz wasn't.
No, but we made up though.
Yeah,
We
y'all made
need
up. I
him.
know.
We need
He's
him
on my
the
guest
pod?
list.
Oh yeah.
You need to get Clay on.
Yeah, I would love to have him on.
Well, who's your number one guest, T? Number one wanted.
Wasn't it
most
Hunter
wanted
Dobbins?
guest.
It was Hunter Dobbins, and then he got traded like 10 days later.
I'm
It was
like,
a hell of a
Nomar. We're going down the list, and he's like, I need Dobbins. If we don't
Yeah.
get Dobbins, we're done.
Hey, it's still possible, man. It's still possible.
It's
Jared's
definitely
like
possible.
Jared's like Ted. Jared's like Ted Williams. Steve's like Nomar. Coley's like Coley. Who's your guy?
Manny.
Pedro. Somehow the two times he's been
Pedro.
on are episodes I haven't been involved with.
Yeah.
And then T Hunter Dobbins.
Give me Dobby, baby. Give me Dobby.
Got to get him.
Like we
Gotta
could get
get
him
him.
on like tonight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Pull up. Let's talk.
It'd be unbelievable.
His white whale.
I enjoy Dr. Pepper. I think there's a lot we can
St.
connect
Louis,
on. Yes. Are you and Dick Fitz? You've been talking. You getting along? How's life?
Yeah,
I'd tune in for that episode.
Thanks,
that
bro.
list
Hunter
is
Dobbins.
crazy.
No,
Let me
Tristan
see.
Casas is number one on my list.
Tristan Casas.
First interview he ever did as a member of this organization was Section 10.
That
Yep.
was BT.
Tristan Casas
Yes.
Yeah.
You a fan, Brock?
of Tristan.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know him well enough to pass judgment, right?
Mm.
But I mean, I saw that he was wearing a mask at spring training,
Yeah.
Aura.
so.
Mm.
But I hope he can stay healthy. Like, honestly, the poor guy, man.
A lot of
It's a big
people are going to have
freak
to
act.
fall off the truck for him to get an opportunity, unfortunately. With
Yeah,
the way the
but-
roster's
but-
built.
Yeah, but I mean, he had that stretch when like 2 years ago.
2023,
That was
Brock,
when
talk about
he
it.
mentions it every day.
really,
Yep.
Get 'em
really
both
good.
off.
You know,
Tyler talks about his
What's
first half of 2023 like it's
Like it's a
an
ton.
every.
He was
Yeah,
a top
it's
10
every
bat
episode.
in the second half of that
Spit.
season. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
Can't argue with facts.
Big facts. And here we are, 3
the
years
problem
later.
with the problem with baseball is it is a what have you done for me lately sport.
Yeah, not a what have
You
you
know.
done for me in the second half of 2023.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
that's not the
injuries. Major
Hey,
injuries. Car crash
but-
injuries.
But he can be a fan of who he wants to be a fan of and
Yeah.
root
Mhm.
for Tristan Casas to make his comeback and
Brock,
rooting
I was
for it.
fighting for you when nobody was. Just
I know you
remember
were.
that.
I know you were.
You put him out in the
14-year-old
middle of
Tyler
the ocean.
Milliken.
First article you ever wrote. We got to find that article.
I've been dying to actually get the original copy of the article, but he just sent me a message and he was like, the website doesn't exist anymore, but I can't believe you're the kid on Section 10. And he like sent me the original email and everything. That was my pitch. I was like, I want to write a Brock Holt article. That's what I was
That's
passionate
funny.
about. It
And he was like, we need this guy. He's thinking
Need him.
big.
was a good run. Freshman
Thinking
year of high
big.
school.
Yeah.
Nose ball. T nose ball.
Someone
Cole,
cut
you got
that
a final question for Brock?
No, we asked Brock a final question 20 minutes ago.
I feel bad,
I think
honestly.
we've been doing final questions
That's
for 40
And
minutes.
then
honestly.
Yeah.
he was like, "You're in the safari. There's lions everywhere."
The second
covered in blood.
time I tried to get him out, and then Steve asked like 4 questions. I was like, all right, put
I
me
didn't
back
ask
in.
that many. I didn't
No,
ask
it
that many.
happened.
So in closing,
Jake, you got a question for Brock?
No, just always great catching up with you, Brock. Let's do it again soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Jake. I
Yeah,
always
there you
love
go.
Jake's my favorite. He's my favorite person to talk to on this podcast.
he never really
every
shuts
time,
up, but yeah,
every
that's fair.
time I'm on.
Yeah.
Every
Love
time
you,
I'm
Brock.
on.
Yeah.
Yep, 700. So what? I mean, how long does it take to get to 100 episodes? What was that?
This is the second one we've done with you since we came back. Right?
Definitely.
I think like the first 10 episodes of Section 10 being back was 500.
Yeah, it was pretty quick into the season
was
last year.
early.
So it feels like a blue moon type thing. Like every that would be a great ad read if we had transitioned there. But it is like a every.
It is like
how
a
often
blue
do you get a
moon,
blue
Coley.
moon?
Even if you love beer, there are some moments that you want to enjoy a non-alcoholic drink. Celebrate those times with Blue Moon's non-alcoholic Belgian white Belgian style wheat brew. It's for when you want to drink a non-alcoholic version of your favorite beer. You love Blue Moon, right, Brock?
I do love Blue Moon. Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course you do. It was your beer of choice during the parade, as I saw.
Yep. I drank a lot of them.
Yes, you did. Inspired by the beer you already love and available year-round, a Belgian white Belgian-style wheat brew that tastes like drinking, even if it's not. Crafted from Valencia orange peel and coriander, it tastes balanced and refreshing. Nothing compares to the great taste of a Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white Belgian-style wheat brew. Blue Moon made brighter. Get Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white Belgian-style wheat brew delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That's get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Non-alcoholic malt beverage contains less than 0.5% alcohol per volume.
Suck one.
Yeah.
It's been, I just want to confirm here, 532 days since episode 500. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So like a year
Year and a half, basically, right?
Year and a half.
A little more than that, yeah.
That was more than I would have guessed.
All-Star break 2027.
There we go.
All-Star break 2027.
Yeah,
See you
right in
guys
the middle
then.
of a lockout.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Chicago,
they ain't
yeah,
playing.
Wrigley.
They ain't playing.
Let's do it.
They ain't playing.
Yeah, probably not.
But we say that every 4 years, or whenever it is the CBA comes up, there's going to be a lockout, and there never is.
There's going to be a lot of posturing.
This one's going to be bad, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been festering since the last one.
I mean, last one they missed a month of games. Do I have that right? And then their big solution was to just table all the discussions until this one. They didn't do anything last time. They just
it was
missed
all
a
because it was
month of games.
post-COVID. Like they were so desperate
Right.
for money. Like people were trying to get everything back on track.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
I think we're looking at half a season, best case scenario.
Can't wait.
All right, Brock. It's good to see you. I didn't get
Good to see you guys.
see you at
The
Section
best to
10
ever
night,
do it.
but
Section 10 legend.
Section 10 legend, two-time
two-time
World Series champ, two-time World Series champ, two-time
Mm-hmm.
Section 10
guest of the year.
guest of the year.
Only one trophy though, because of Steve.
Only one trophy.
Yeah.
Second
Steve
trophy
did-
has been in the mail. It's coming up.
Steve's
coming.
Steve's gonna send you that second trophy.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Because I the one trophy that I do have, I think Ripken was using it as a microphone, and I think he kind of broke it. So,
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
but it's
I know
but
earlier
it's-
you said you
it's-
don't know where it was. Now it's like, it was broken and it might be in the trash a while
No,
ago.
it's definitely not in the trash. It's
Okay,
definitely
it still
not in the
exists.
trash.
I'm happy to
It
hear
still
that.
exists. Yeah, it
Okay.
still exists for sure.
Did the spiders see it at the last one?
Mm.
Because then it might not.
The spiders were bad, guys. Like
bet.
it was bad. And you know, brown recluses, they're like
Super deadly.
flesh eating
Yeah.
spiders.
They're
And-
big.
Yeah.
What does it look
Yeah.
like when
So
you kill a
you're-
big spider?
A mess.
I mean,
Steve.
there's some are small, some are big,
Okay.
but like the bodies aren't big, but the legs can get to like really long. But
Mm.
they're yeah, we were catching hundreds of them a month on sticky trap.
Hundreds? Oh,
Just
God.
Oh, these
hundreds.
are big.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Yeah, these are
Brown recluse.
They bite you? One of them?
Nah, we didn't get bit, fortunately.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. These are horrendous.
horrendous.
I would have burned
Did
the
you
house
look-
down.
Did you did you Google them?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
really bad, Brock.
Yeah.
He knows. He moved.
I'll send some pictures of the ones I took at the house
Jesus.
in
Yeah, I
the,
gotta
in
see
the
this.
traps. Yeah,
You do that, I'll get the trophy. We'll be good to
I
go.
didn't know,
Yeah.
and this is like spiders are so well known for their trapping abilities. I didn't know we had like traps for them. I thought they were smarter
Well,
than that, honestly.
Well, you would think that there would be a better solution than what we were given by the homeowner. Because literally, they just put little sticky pads. We just put them outside the rooms, behind the beds, in the corners, And then the thing is, I think, one crawls and gets stuck, but they eat each other.
Okay.
So one gets stuck, and then more come to devour it. Then they get stuck, and then it's just like a pile of brown recluse flesh-eating spiders. So,
got it. Got it. I googled brown recluse. Now I'm gonna add the brown recluse bite images.
Yeah, look at that. Flesh eating.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, this looks awful. Yeah, you don't want to get bit by one of these.
You don't want to get bit by one of those.
No.
No, didn't BJ say he missed time in the minors because he got bit by one when he was in Virginia?
It was, I don't know. Was it a brown recluse? Why is that word so difficult for me?
I think you want to say recluse, and he's saying recluse, so it's fucking with you, I think.
Yeah, recluse. I'll say recluse if you want me to. That's wrong, but I'll say it.
I have no idea which one's right, but I've never lived with them.
Brown recluse.
You call them what they ask.
He got bit on his shoulder, and it like ate a hole like behind his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the?
He didn't have those sticky traps.
No.
Needed
Probably
them.
not.
I don't think the sticky traps work, honestly. I mean, they work. They caught some, but.
And none of you guys got bit?
None of us got bit, fortunately.
Give the trap some love.
They did some. I mean, they caught 100. They caught 150 1 month.
Oh, wow.
So there's more crawling around, but
Brock, spider 30, you got to get out of there. You can't get into the triple digits.
Well, listen, we tried to ride it out because we thought the homeowner would take care of it, and he didn't. So then we moved. We had to get out.
So the spiders, I mean, if you catch 150 of them, is there a way to prevent them from coming in the house, or are there people that live in that area that just live like this?
No, that was an infestation. There shouldn't have been that many in there. But I mean, they're common in this area, but not like that.
Yeah. That's bad.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
T, final question?
Yeah,
final question.
I'm just praying for you and your family that the spiders don't return, and please keep them safe.
Oh, we're in a different house, T. So
did the dogs get bitten?
Dogs didn't get bit either.
Good. I would have had the dogs eat the spiders.
I would have guessed that you would want the dogs to get bit.
Right. Yeah.
As I said at the beginning of the podcast, casualties are a necessary part of life.
Mm. Yeah, but not dogs.
Not dogs.
Yeah.
Everybody has to die.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end it. That's a good way to end it. Everybody has to die.
That's right.
If he dies, he dies.
He dies. Bang.
All right, Brock. We'll see you for 700.
You the man,
for 700.
All right. That's Brock Holt. What a legend.
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember.
If you put Meyer at short, then IKF makes a lot of fucking sense. I really don't think they can be the run prevention team and not play their best run prevention defensive alignment. It's fucking insane to me.
I agree.
Well, I think the hard part is if you're going to platoon Meyer, IKF doesn't make sense as a platoon partner for him. And this lineup at this point in time, those platoon matchups are going to be crucial for this lineup to be what it needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm I guess more than okay letting him play as much as he can, and then IKF gets in there when he gets in there.
I think the problem with Meyer is, and I think the Red Sox are at this point, like he's never hit lefties at any point in time. And you talked about this earlier in the offseason, and I agreed. I think there's an argument his bat in general isn't ready for the big leagues. I think he's going to be up here simply for his defense, and you're going to hope he can be close to a league average bat this year. But I think there was development to go last year, and missing the time he did at the end of the year certainly didn't help him. But between the injuries, between him not hitting lefties at any point in the minors, and his bat still needing to develop at the big league level, I do think they're going to handle him with kid gloves. And, Trevor Story, -9 outs above average last year at shortstop. I get it. I think he will be better than that at that position this year. And if you're looking for consistency at that position, it's hard to look at Marcelo Meyer and say that consistency is going to come from there because so far it hasn't.
It's not necessarily consistency as much as it is upside. The problem I have with the team that has been constructed is they've given themselves so few ways in which they can win a game. They can really only win a game by outpitching you and winning with close margins. Of course, there'll be some blowouts sprinkled in. It's baseball. Stupid things happen. But yeah, they've built a team where it's like, if they don't win 3-2, 3-1, 2-1, 1-0, like that. And when we were just talking about that 18 team with Brock, it was like, yeah, they really could beat you any way they had to. And
they
I'm not
beat
saying
you when they didn't even play
rebuild.
well. That was the thing with 2018.
I think what you guys are describing is probably my biggest gripe with this offseason is the way they spoke, the way they kind of talked about not wanting to run it back. Everyone was hoping they wouldn't not only be looked at as a playoff team, but you'd be looked at as a World Series team. And when you talk about what you have with that ball club, Coley, World Series caliber teams can win in different ways. They can find different ways to kind of go about it. This team feels a lot more closer to some of the teams you often see knocked out in the first or second round, like the Tigers or something like that are more one-dimensional. The issue is when you look at the Red Sox and the assets they have, even their money they're currently spending, you would hope to be a bit of a more well-rounded ball club. And I will say I'm a bit higher on the offense than I think a lot of people, but it's so thin and there's so much pressure on a lot of guys that simply there shouldn't be this much pressure on them to, Roman Anthony, go be this guy. Trevor Story at age 33, can you be the second or third most important bat in this lineup? Willson Contreras, we need your first 30 home run season at age 34. Is that possible? These things are possible. Wilyer Abreu, 13 home runs in the first 2 months of last year. Can you do something like that over 162? Maybe, but there is a lot of ifs in that lineup, and it's a fair criticism. And when you talk about what plan A was with Bregman, Contreras, and how that all would have fit in together, yeah, it's a better roster. I think a lot of people would have been happy with. And I bet they would have ended up making a trade for a Freddie Peralta or something like that to still upgrade that rotation and pump it up. But they pivoted, and I will say the Red Sox are better than what they were at the end of last season. It's just they haven't improved as much as I wanted them to, or I think the way they kind of talked or hinted at with Breslow's big game at the GM meetings in November.
I think it's going to be frustrating to watch because they have the talent to compete every night, but the lineup is not going to be there. There are going to be some really tough weeks where they aren't scoring any runs.
Well, especially early in the season. I think that's what I'm most worried about is when it's cold out, ball's not carrying, you're now getting down in the lineup, 3 straight guys have struck out, ground out, pop out. It's like, all right, well, let's just hope we get back to Roman. Let's get back to the top of the lineup and, hope for the best. And Brock mentions that a super important part of a good team is the 2-out, 3-run homer guy. There's not a lot of those guys in this lineup. There really aren't. I know in theory some of them can, but the expectation of guys in this lineup doing that consistently is just, it's pretty low. I mean, Breslow, any chance he gets to talk now is really leaning into the pitching, run prevention, defense thing. And just as a Red Sox fan in general, it's a weird feeling. Jared, I know you mentioned 2010. I couldn't even think of the last time that we've been going into the year and it's like, all right, just win 3-2. That's just never the DNA of being a Red Sox fan. So it's going to take some time to get used to. I don't love it, but I like seeing the guys show up to the camp because it's like, okay, they're at least there. Now we can get some real storylines like we were talking about before we started recording, T. But it's going to be a different feel to this team for sure. I don't think they're going to be bad by any means, but the point is to win a World Series, and I don't think many people think they have a chance at that.
Does everyone think they're a better team than they were at the end of last season?
No.
It's a different team.
You don't think that, Jared?
Roman's healthy. By proxy of him being healthy versus unhealthy. Yeah,
well,
that's
your
better.
rotation's certainly better.
Yeah,
you're not going to be starting Connolly early in game 3 of a series.
Rotation's better, lineup is worse.
We don't
really.
know that
you think
either.
The lineup's worse?
Yeah.
Why?
It's not much better.
Yeah, it's about.
I think it's the same or a little bit better. And you're hoping for leaps from guys who should be taking leaps in a Wilyer Abreu at this point in his career. You hope a Ceddanne Raphael, another guy in that. But if you just take Bregman from last year, Willson Contreras has been the same hitter he has been over the last 4 years. Now, can he stay healthy? That's a big thing. But to be fair, a lot of people were pinning Bregman as a guy who wasn't able to stay healthy. But Contreras and Bregman's bats should equal each other out.
Sure.
And you'll have a healthy Roman Anthony this time, and hopefully Wilyer Abreu isn't.
We don't know that. Why is he not a health question mark?
No, and that's the question you keep coming back to overall is if injuries happen, and to be fair, 14th in WRC plus after Devers got traded. You had no Roman for a month and you lost Willier for a month. And you were still good enough to be better than half the league.
14th is the middle of the league. Like that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be much to brag about if you're the Red Sox.
No, but if you're looking at that and you're saying, all right, well, we should have a staff that should be top 5, I think that's a playoff team. I think where you come back is that doesn't feel like a World Series caliber team, and it's going to make it so you need to have a big deadline, and so far, Craig Breslow and big deadlines do not go together.
No, he makes a big salary dump a month and a half into the season. That's when he makes his big trade.
Well, and part of... Go ahead, Coley.
I was going to say, that's what you have to come back to. Like, you can look at Caleb Durbin... I keep wanting to call him Durden because of fucking Patriots defensive lineman.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Tyler Durbin, obviously.
Feltman, right?
Feltman, yeah, also that.
Yeah. Shout him out.
Caleb Durbin by himself, fine player. Like, but when I tweet, and I just looked at it because it was funny. When I look at that and I see Mydros and I'm like, these are the same. And then I have people being like, they're not even close. It's like, just fucking use your eyes, man. You can be like, he was double his WAR last year. When you're dealing with guys in the 2s and the 1s, that means nothing to me. They're largely the same.
I think what puts Durbin at a different point than Chase Mydroth at this point, and people forget, Chase Mydroth played this year at 23. Durbin played this year at 25, and Mydroth was a higher ranked prospect throughout his time in the minor leagues and in the draft. For Mydroth, last year was a 53.3 ground ball percentage. Durbin was at 42.3%. Mydroth pull air percentage, 11.3. So those are the differences. I think with Durbin, they believe, bless you, they can hit, he can, tap into that power a little bit more. But I think Mydroth as a whole, I think he'll hit for a higher average than Durbin on a year-to-year basis. And Mydroth played a good shortstop last year, which I don't think anybody thought he was going to do in the big leagues.
He was a good defender. It was very strange. I mean, we had talks in the middle of the season about it. I was like, hey, could we have swapped him out for someone else given the needs that they had? It's like Durbin's better. I don't think it's like, oh man, we're talking.
No, it's a minimal upgrade.
Me, like it's like I don't know. They're very similar profiles, even like to the point where it's strange to go from one of the best power hitting third basemen to a World Series champion third baseman who does everything well to this as. Like, you don't have to be like thrilled about that. You can say the player's good, like good ball player. You don't have to say he's Dustin Pedroia 2.0 and insult one of the great players of this generation. Like, that's insane to me that's where people go. And I know they're not doing it to be funny. Like, I see a lot of people making that comparison sincerely just because they're both short. And it's fucking insane.
And just because, he mentioned Pedroia, I think that is funny anytime the new guy comes in and he mentions someone, from the past, like a hero in Red Sox Nation. I've seen this on Twitter. I fully agree with everyone that said it, that it does feel like an obligation in the last couple of years that if you come here, you got to rip the Yankees. That's just like a guarantee. IKF feel, oh, no, we wanted, trust me, we wanted the Yankees over the Red Sox. Those Yankees, they suck. And I know he alluded to that earlier, but yeah, it is funny. One quote I did see from Durbin that I thought was interesting. At first, I thought it was your typical, you're just trying to, put yourself in a good position with the fans, but it actually made some sense. He said, I always said, I hope I get a chance to play a lot of games at Fenway. And I'm like, oh, okay, at face value, of course you're going to say that. It's your second year in the bigs. You're at a new team. I didn't know that he played that many games at Greenville and Portland. So he's played with two green monsters, and he's like, I've actually performed pretty well with the monster.
I think that's why Breslow, he could not wait to say it. He goes, air pull percentage, you guys look at it. It was 20%. 20%. And he was going nuts about Wilson Contreras.
I thought he's like, hey, pussy. I didn't know what he was saying there.
That's what they bank on. That's one of the things with position players he is seemingly comfortable taking a shot at. And I don't know if he can get up to 15 home runs, and I'm not saying he's going to do that. All right, yeah, maybe there is a little more ceiling here than it appears.
Certainly.
Maybe
I think there was about 6 balls last year that would have been gone.
Home runs.
T, did you say last year at Fenway he was projected to hit 4?
5. It was only 5, correct.
5.
But if you look at Houston,
probably.
Yeah, well, all right, let's be honest. We talk Isaac Paredes. He also had a lesser total. I think it was 16. Isaac Paredes, thank you. It was 16. But when you're talking the Crawford boxes or you're talking Sacramento, you understand if they can just tweak it a bit, there's a reason for them to believe you could homer more at Fenway.
No, even if he's just hitting doubles off the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't give a fuck if he's hitting 20 home runs. Like, if he's like a 35 double guy, great. He's
but if we're going to
he's got Green Monster experience, T. That matters.
But if we're talking lineup concerns here, and this is a guy where maybe there's a little projection, this is a spot where you could find maybe a little more juice than you thought. It won't be just, he has Nico Horner traits at a much cheaper price. Let's jump at that. Because that morning, Spear dropped a fucking massive article, like, of updates on kind of all the trade talks. And, it didn't get much time. Credit to him. Durbin was at the very end of that article, like 3 hours, and we had never heard any Red Sox rumors connected to him throughout the offseason. No. But what it came down to was the Red Sox have become reluctant to move Connolly earlier, Peyton Tolley in deals. Okay, that's one thing. When it came to the Astros, they didn't want Jarren Duran because of the money he was making. Chandler Rome had been saying that. That's what it came out on the other side. And, if they didn't want Duran, they wanted Wilyer Abreu. The Red Sox have not been interested in dealing him. And we heard with the Cubs, they were talking Horner and Shaw, and they were apparently one of the 2 or 3 serious suitors for one of them. It wasn't specified, and Duran had come up in trade talk. So I'd assume that was Matt Shaw if we're talking a rental and Nico Horner, but who knows? I think the Ketel Marte package is what people will sit there and debate. Because if you take this world we're in right now and you say, all right, we trade Marcelo Meyer, Connolly early, and let's call it Juan Valera, and we get Ketel Marte, but you go and make this trade for Durbin, is that a reality you would rather live in? And is that an option that just wasn't on the table because you played this whole Bregman situation out, and at that point, Ketel Marte was pulled off the table?
I don't like any of the options where we didn't end up fixing the outfield because I think that's the strangest part.
Yeah, it should impact the grade in a significant way.
Yeah, like the Astros, from my read on it, were like screaming, we'll definitely do this trade if Wilyer Abreu's on the table. And the Red Sox were just like, no, we'd rather keep our 9 outfielders and trade more of our pitching depth for a third baseman. Like
I trade Duran for prospects before I trade Abreu for Paredes.
At this point, it's like if the league at large is kind of just all set, I can't, like, the Houston Astros aren't going to sell me that his $7.5 million was too much. That doesn't make any sense.
It's just reportedly
No, I know that's what it's reported.
And they're a luxury tax conscious team.
Yes and no. They gave Rafael Montero like the record-setting money 2 years ago.
They
so it's
also
like,
don't pay a lot of these guys that end up leaving their team.
But that's where it's like 7. If you told me 2 years ago they were going to trade Kyle Tucker's walk year for one of the top draft picks in that previous draft and also Isaac Paredes, and then turn around and flip Paredes for what's Duran legitimately 70-85% of Kyle Tucker?
From a WAR standpoint,
that's fair.
Just as a player. I don't need it to be exact. Like if you're just comparing the two guys.
I'd give him like 60.
Okay.
No, 75 was fair.
Harsh, but yeah, I think 75 is fair.
Definitely fair.
I thought that was low coming in. I'm trying to be not an asshole.
He was trying to meet us
very high on Kyle
spot.
Tucker.
Okay, but like statistically speaking, like it's math at that point. It's not really an opinion.
In what sense? WAR?
Yes.
What do you think? Is he closer to the Kyle Tucker that we saw a couple of years ago that had
Kyle Tucker is between a 5 and 6 win
games?
player? Jarren Duran at his peak is better than that, but on average is probably around that. But like you would acknowledge that Kyle Tucker is the better player.
Yeah, I think moving forward though, over the next 4 to 5 seasons, those WAR gaps are going to be a lot bigger. And I think Tucker is like a potential 7 or 8 win player.
Tucker is going to continue to be a 6-7 win player.
His profile will age significantly better than Jarren Duran's.
But also, just talk about it as the Astros. If you traded Kyle Tucker's walk, you've already decided you're not going to pay him for 3 years of Jarren Duran and Cam Smith. You do that trade every day.
Yeah, I just don't know if Cam Smith was going to be the other part. And it just didn't seem like the Astros.
The Cubs, they got him from the Cubs. I'm not saying we were getting him. I'm saying for Kyle Tucker, the trade the Astros ended up making, the 1 year of Paredes is out the door. You got Cam Smith as one half of it and Jarren Duran as the other half. I'm shocked that they were not okay with that.
Yeah, I just don't think the league is as high on Jarren Duran as the Red Sox.
No shit, they're not. No one wanted him. That's crazy. But
I just think people look at Jarren Duran
the Red Sox
and they think,
don't either because they're not willing to part with Abreu. Why aren't they willing to part with one of them?
Because they think Abreu's a better player.
Sure, but they can't play all of them, is the point.
No, but I think they look at their defense and they believe a Gold Glover in right field and Willie Abreu has more value to them than a lot of players, especially in the hardest right field to play in all of baseball.
I would disagree if you have Roman, who I think can do as capable a job.
I think metric-wise, he showed that last year. I think they view him as a left fielder.
Sure. The Shredder told me we have the number one left fielder in baseball.
We got the top two.
Disagree heavily with that one, too.
So that's what I mean. Like, they just didn't pick any path, and now they've also just added a bunch more infield options.
I think the reality is they shouldn't have been setting this high of a bar for Jarren Duran, and they got to the point where there weren't many options. And that's my issue with a lot of their offseason. They weren't on the attack this offseason. They were not aggressive. They sat back and thought they had Alex Bregman in their pocket. They had to pivot, and at that point, there weren't a lot of pathways. You couldn't even do what you originally wanted just in terms of what you targeted. You had to completely change your philosophy over a 3 or 4 month span. That's not a good thing for any front office.
No.
But that's what they had to do. And they had to make more trades than they wanted to and give up more prospects in that sense. And, you know, to their credit, they didn't give up any of their upper echelon guys outside of really Luis Perales, who they flipped for Jake Bennett. So, you know, credit to them on that. But yeah, you ended up having to do a lot of things you didn't want to do.
I think I see their side of it. I think their hesitancy to trade Meyer tells me they should not be trying to treat him with kid gloves. Like, if you're not going to trade this guy for an established MVP candidate, he should be your starting opening day shortstop. And if you're trying to get the most out of this roster, and we just had Brock Holt tell us he probably would be better off playing second base for the rest of his career, and Trevor Story, yeah, I don't see why you're treating him with kid gloves, and I don't see, like, you have to think Willie is one of your better players then. And he needs to be playing every day. I can't have this flip-flop. Well, now he isn't going to hit against lefties, this, that, and the third, especially when Duran's numbers last year against lefties were awful. Like, I don't know what their plan is to fix this. They just keep kicking the can.
I'm actually astonished that we're at this point and we still have 4 everyday outfielders.
It's crazy.
Well, this is the issue, too, is with Duran here.
Well, 4 everyday outfielders and Massa's still here.
I think basically 5.
If they attached a prospect to Massa and traded him, then I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I see the vision. But going into this season with the exact same problem that you had last year is, I don't understand at all.
I think looking at the Jordan Hicks deal, it's kind of scary to think about what you would have to do to get Massa off your books.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
Yeah, but I also...
I've been thinking about the Mazda situation. I don't think it's that complicated, honestly. You do exactly what you did last year. You send him to hell on the IL. And that's, again, not a criticism of his play. You send him to hell on the IL. If you outright release him around July, factoring in next year, they're not going to have to pay him for a full season. There won't be a full season. It is much less of a tax hit to just release him later this year and end up probably paying only half next year.
I think it's crazy you can get nothing for him.
He'd be gone, Jared. He'd have been gone. How many trades did they make this year? He'd be gone if they could get him
13.
Gone. I'm just saying, like, a 120 OPS plus potentially kind of bat. Like, you can get nothing for this guy just because of the contract, which isn't even that crazy.
But if he is what that is, and with his profile and his ability to make contact, it's even more reason why you should have moved Duran. Because if you believe he is a 120 OPS bat or something like that, well, it makes way more sense for him to be a DH on this team. The roster functions a lot better. And then you could actually create a pathway for Casas or Campbell. If one of those guys explodes, if they look like the prospects we once dreamed of them being, then there's a pathway. Now there's no pathway. Because if you need to play these 4 outfielders, that DH spot is fucking stuck. So those lottery tickets you may like that could raise the ceiling of the team, unless guys get hurt, and listen, guys will get hurt. I understand that. But there's a reason why they were shopping those guys in the first place and trying to find a deal.
If we compare, like, if a front office has a baseball savant, like, we are in the first percentile of this whole outfield situation. We have handled it the worst. Like, there's every team in baseball, I think, would not be in the position the Red Sox are in if they were given these players and said, all right, are you going to go into next season with that same situation? Obviously not. But for some reason, we're still sitting here talking about the same stuff over and over again because they haven't made the move. Like, that's probably one of the most surprising things to me is that Yoshida's still on the team. I thought they would have been able to find a way. And the more we talk about him, the more I think there's some way they can pull this off. And yet, has there been any rumors, any murmurs around Yoshida? Like, none. That just makes no sense to me. It consistently makes no sense that they can't find any trade partner, not just straight up, but obviously attaching a prospect, figuring a way to get it done. Acting like this guy's just been a scrub the entire time he's been here. But it's that middle ground that sucks, is that if you keep him, then you're still probably going to get that bad part of Yoshida where he's just grounding out to the second baseman for 3 straight weeks. So it's a lose-lose.
If you believe Masataka Yoshida is a 120 OPS bat, he's better than Jarren Duran last year as a hitter. That's what we're saying here.
I don't believe that's what it'll be given a full season this year, but he's proven to have been able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's 115.
And he's healthy coming into the year, which he genuinely wasn't last year.
Dude's running fast.
You know, like you go back to 2024, he had a 116 OPS plus. Like if he repeated that season, like, do you think Duran's more likely to repeat last season, or is he going to go back to what he did the year before that?
It's really no reason to, like, that was such a peak year.
No, that's what I'm saying. And it was a fucking incredible year. Tip your cap to it. But the farther you get along, and if you get into this year where you're desperate for offense, are you going to sit Jarren Duran for a platoon if you need to? Because what is that going to do to his straight start? Because you did that at certain points in 2025 where you started limiting him against lefties, and then yet you get to the offseason and want to say, guys, he was an MVP candidate in 2024. Like, you can't have it both ways there. It's not optimal.
Steve, what about Mac Weldon, huh?
What about him, huh?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
I love Mac Weldon. I've been saying that for years.
You're wearing them all the time.
Jared, we give up comfort every day. Don't let style be another reason. Mac Weldon's Ace collection makes it effortless to look put together while feeling truly comfortable. Their new Ace line, inspired by their best-selling sweatpants, combines everyday comfort with long-lasting and confident looks. Upgrade your collection, and with the new bomber jackets. You love bomber jackets, right, Jerry?
I wear a lot of bomber jackets, yes.
What would be your favorite color?
Black.
Yeah, same. I probably got to mix it up a little bit, but they got the bomber jackets, they got the half zips, they got the sweats, they got the crew necks, and more at macweldon.com, and get 20% off your first order of 125 or more with code SECTION10. Mac Weldon's the best. You would agree, right, Jerry?
Of course. I own four Mac Weldon bombers.
You just can't go wrong. Crazy comfortable, but elevated sweatpants, shorts, sweatshirts, and even blazers. If you're lucky enough to grab one while they're in stock, because these go quickly, folks. Looks like a blazer, feels like a sweatshirt. That's probably the best combo you could ever have. Get lost in comfort with their half zips, pullover hoodies, bomber jackets, and crew necks. All new relaxed sweatpants, carpenter sweatpants, and classic sweatpants available in 5 new colors. Mac Weldon clothes are designed to fit your style and the demands of modern life. They look like regular clothes, but feel like the latest in modern comfort. For over 10 years, Mac Weldon has designed timeless, innovative menswear to help you move through the day with confidence, even if you're just hanging in your underwear, folks. Mac Weldon's Ace Collection. Comfortable anywhere. Go to macweldon.com and get 20% off your first order, like we mentioned, of 125 or more with promo code SECTION10. That's MACKWELDON.com. Promo code SECTION10.
Wow. Anything else you were dying to hit on, T? Probably the wrong person to ask this question to, but
sorry.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
breathe.
I just think this is going to be a question I have for a while, is just how much sense does IKF make with Andrew Monasterio here? That would just be a common question, because I just think it's a good one. He played 200 innings at shortstop last year and had as good, if not better, metrics than IKF. So was it one of those things where the deal came together and it was fast? I don't know. But it's interesting to throw $6 million when you have that kind of option. Maybe they look at him as Romy Insurance, and that was more what they were kind of targeting in this deal.
Yeah, because Romy's shoulder's fucked, yeah.
Yeah, PRP injection. They're going to hope he's ready for opening day. Usually when you hear about these things this early, it's not a good sign.
Never see him again.
He's a crucial part of this team, man. You lose him, and that's a big bat against lefties, which the lineup is going to need. But yeah, so that's that. Let's scroll. Any issues with the guys they gave up?
Oh, yeah. What do you
to
mean?
me, Shane Drohan was the one I was the most upset about. Because I think they're in need of a lefty in the bullpen. And I thought they'd be more aggressive on the left-handed market when they moved Harrison and Drohan. But I think we know with Harrison, I think they were their outlook on him seemed to worsen. I think once he got in the organization, and I think it was the ultimate indictment when they had ran Dustin May for a month, and then gave the job to Richard Fitz. There was weirdness once Tolley and Early came up because of the ankle injury he had going on. But yeah, to get dropped that far down on the depth chart when you were being called a potential front of the rotation starter is a rough look. And that clip of Breslow describing the return, yes, it was a salary dump. Yes, it still sounds awful when you hear him talk about it.
Yeah, he's like, we like all the players. They were gone in like 8 months.
Jose Bayo, shout him out. Biggest report, Red Sox were trying to acquire Zach Neto. Sean McAdam, love it. Want more of it. Keep pushing. Knock at the deadline.
Okay.
Not into it?
I like the player, but I don't know what we're getting excited about almost trading for a guy and then not.
No, but if that's a guy they like hopefully they circle back and try to have that conversation like Crochet. They were talking about Crochet at the deadline. They end up trading for him in the offseason.
Okay. I mean, that would be the power that you're looking for. But
if they traded for Zach Neto instead of Caleb Durbin, people would have been fucking losing their minds in excitement.
Yeah, they'd be very happy.
If they got a better player, people would be happy.
Yes, okay.
But they didn't, right?
No.
Okay.
But it's the Angels. Who knows?
They thought about it.
Definitely thought about it.
They had a talk.
Mm-hmm.
Other things, just the notes of the week from spring training. Garrett Crochet named the opening day starter. Who cares? We all know that was going to happen. He developed a new splitter over Vanderbilt.
That's going to be cool. That's going to be a problem.
Apparently his whole idea, he saw how Skubal's changeup has kind of evolved over the years and become, arguably his best pitch. Crochet's trying to follow in a similar path. It's just with the grip change. Tyler Erb, I believe was his name. And he was just working as like a quality control coach over there. And like Crochet was offering him like, do you want a job in baseball? Like, would you like to take this further? And that seems like a hell of a fucking compliment for a guy who just went out there and, finished runner-up for a Cy Young award. Roman Anthony, Team USA, you want it or no?
No.
Agreed. I think that's a bad situation.
I don't want him playing competitive baseball for anybody but the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. Coming off an injury, he's going to be the only major league outfielder here during spring training. He needs to be right for me. I need him.
Aren't there like 7 other guys up for that too? When I initially saw the tweet, I was like, is it just between him and one other dude? Like there's some other guys that could easily take that
James
spot.
Wood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tyler
He highlighted the list, obviously, because he's a sexy name.
Stephen Kwan.
Yeah, less of Roman playing games. I don't want to say meaningless games, but games that aren't for the Boston Red Sox. Sounds good.
Delaware internet is tough.
We almost lost to Steve. You okay?
Am I good?
Yeah.
Yes. It's just a textbook Delaware situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that 240 or to whatever you are. It's like, okay, if this is it, that's fine.
JetBlue has upgraded to Hawkeye. Massive win. Massive win. I know you guys don't give a fuck. I give a major fuck. The fact that we can now get data for everything going on during spring training games is so huge. Nothing sucked more the last couple years than having to hope they go to a certain ballpark so you can see what, this minor league arm you're excited for, or this player, what he's hitting. Give me the Roman Anthony exit velos. Now I can get all of that when they're playing games at JetBlue. Major win. It's only happening because of the ABS system, but I'll take it.
That's huge.
It is. We touched on Breslow and the power comments. Alex Core's weird answer on Christian Campbell about what he's going to be doing defensively. So he'll be playing the outfield in games.
Second base too.
Second and third, but only individual work, and it won't be in games.
Okay.
It's a weird
I can't
handling.
believe how fucked that situation is in 1 year, less than 1 year's time.
And I think that's something with Durbin coming in. It's another spot, taking on this team that you have a crowded infield, you have a crowded outfield. Where are you plugging this guy in at some point? And I know he mentioned him as one of the maybe right-handed bats off the bench. That makes zero sense. He needs to play every day or just trade him, send him somewhere where he'll have an opportunity because That would just be a waste of the player. We hit on the Alex Spear nuggets. I think that's everything.
Wow.
That's all I got.
That's huge. It's big time.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, you got a final thought? Oh, Jesus.
He's done.
All right.
I do have a final thought.
Okay. Can you fucking share it? Jesus Christ.
It's over.
Yeah, give that final thought, Steve.
I do have a final thought, Jared. I got a couple to go through quickly.
Yeah.
Seeing that this Delaware internet is just giving out. Well, it'll be fast. It'll be fast. I understand. Brock, great interview there. Spent a lot of time this evening. IKF is going to wear number 2. Not a huge fan of that. He's the 4th guy since Bogey to wear number 2. Justin Turner, Dom Smith, and Breggy.
Who fucking cares?
Not a lot of people. The ladies merch drop.
Hold on.
That is
Hold
at
on.
the what?
Were they going to retire it for Bogarts?
I just don't
I'd
like
be
it's
fine with
it's IKF
Hey,
wearing
you
number
Rob
2. It's like,
Refsnyder. You heard Alex Cora.
I don't know. I
Gave him
feel like it
fucking
needs
$6
to be.
million to be a leader in the clubhouse. Let's be real.
I hold number
Xander's
2 to
not
a
out
higher
of the
standard
question.
than IKF.
Out of the question, non-retire guy in my mind.
I don't think he's getting his number.
Oh,
retired.
no.
They've given it away, like you just said, 4 times to mostly not great players. So yeah, they clearly don't care. Although they've done the same with Nomars, but
I was about to say
I think
Manny.
it's crazy.
The Nomar one is easily the most disrespectful, but yeah, either way, was a little surprised to see that. Ladies merch, shout out to the ladies, 162 girls. We're thinking of you. February drop, section10merch.com. A lot of great stuff in there. Shout out to Sully's, really crushed it with this. Shout out to Corey, Mikey, Jared, Coley, obviously everybody behind this drop. It is perfect, honestly. I don't think it could have been any better and already selling very well. So go to section10merch.com. And just a huge shout out to the listeners. I kind of do this every 100th episode, but Brock mentioned it. 600 episodes is crazy. We probably have done 8 or 900 at this point, if you factor in all the bonuses and the Section Steves. But yeah, it's just
Fuck
been
the Section Steves.
I said that solely, so you would say that.
Yeah.
It's been a fun run, and obviously 600 more hopefully coming up here. But really appreciate everybody that listens to the program. It is you guys make it worth it, because there's definitely some stretches over those 600 where we've kind of wanted to blow our brains out with this team. So the listeners of this program are what make it great. And hopefully this is a fun season coming up. I'm weirdly enough, seeing the dudes at Fort Myers, I'm like more optimistic than I was a couple weeks ago. I don't know what that is, but it's like you forget what they look like. And then it's like, oh, right, we have Crochet. And oh, there's Suarez. And there's all these guys. Like they have a team. Is it as good a team as I want? No, but they have a team. And appreciate you guys, as always, for supporting. Shout out to Ronald's Napkins, Billy's Gummy Bears, Eddie's Goat Milk, everybody that has supported the program. And that's all I got.
Coley?
Jared, when you hear 2-time guest of the year, Brock Holt, and he says something like, I only ever got one of my trophies. I know you don't speak for the Peralta of the Year committee, but what do you think they would think about hearing news like that?
This is the worst way we could close this.
I think the committee's probably looking at that being like, not only were we aware of this, but we weren't surprised when we learned about it. Yeah, the Peralta of the Year committee. There was something else that happened recently. I can't remember what it was.
Dan being 0-1 at Super Bowls. That's something that happened in the POTY
But he was
race.
wearing the merch there.
So that cancels out
like
him being at a blowout.
He didn't play. So like it's not his fucking fault that they
Tough
lost.
juju.
Yeah, if he was playing left tackle, Dan would be out of the running.
Yeah.
All I gotta say, if I was at that game, Jared would bring it up. That's all I gotta say.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't blame you for being in the Bronx for 2 straight games and they fucking lost.
Yeah, you actually didn't, which you probably should have. But yeah,
right.
That's a
so
good
there
point.
goes that theory, dumbass.
But you thought about it. But you just used it against them.
You did. Yeah, that doesn't really count because you did just kind of use it.
Yeah,
I definitely blamed you in the moment for sure. You and Mikey, to be fair, not just you.
Okay, that's totally fair.
I did not.
I blame myself. We saw 2 losses and both games
I think
sucked.
we said it on stream. I think that was like anytime something wrong, it was like, this is Steve's fault.
That sounds about right. Not surprised.
I didn't say that.
Of course not. Jared?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a closing thought? Up to you.
Shoutout Sung Chae Chang. Red Sox claimed him off waivers. What? We're not going to talk about this?
Shout him out, dude.
Give him a shout out, dude.
Yep. Just a middle infield. They're probably going to try to pass him through waivers. He's weirdly young. He's entering only his age 24 season.
Yeah.
Kind of one of those guys that got screwed
Super
via
young.
Rule 5. Got thrown on a 40-man
just
pretty
a
quickly.
Z Wei Wong.
Yeah.
We're talking about all these middle infielders. I mentioned Brendan Rodgers earlier, who I do think is an actually interesting piece, especially against lefties, and with his relationship with Trevor
Is this the guy
Story.
that's been on like 9 different teams this offseason?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
4 different.
Yeah. Shout him out.
Yeah, but just
Big
another
get.
middle fielder
It's a big get.
into the group. I think he'll be DFA'd more likely than not in like the next 2 weeks, but I bet he slips through.
Jake's takes?
Shout out to you for putting Brock on the witness stand there at the end of the interview. I think we got an additional hour after he started his last question. So big stuff, T.
That's what I do, baby.
And I know people are going to comment this. Basically, when we started doing closing thought, like final questions and all that, there's an entire podcast after that with
Easily.
Brock Holt. No doubt about it.
Well, all right. The first time you said final question, I was like, all right, I should have something. The second time, I was like, oh, you know what? And then it went back around.
You're in
Then you
the
came back to
ocean.
me a third time. I was like, fuck it. Another final question. I was like, what else? I can't say no
if you were on
twice.
Titanic, would you have survived that shit? Like, what do you think would have happened?
That shit.
Can never say Tyler Milliken isn't prepared for a podcast. I promise you that.
I've never said that.
I don't think anyone does say
Just
that. That's
haikus. That's
that would
the
be a
only-
bizarre thing to say.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that gets me.
Now for Tyler Milliken's Did You Say This? Coming up next.
It's crazy.
I'm better mentally this episode, I think.
Yeah, you feel the vibes are high.
I'm so energized.
Yeah.
I love the first week of spring training.
Yeah, your tweets piss me off so much.
What?
They just-
Dude,
like-
this is a fucking awesome week. We got Cora speaking every day. We get Breslow, fresh quotes. We got 2-3 players every day.
What did Breslow say? Breslow was like, they're like, hey, Breslow, do you think that the team is better this year? He was like, I don't know. They're like, there was nothing of substance that came out of
Who's to say?
anything anybody said this week.
Oh,
Nothing.
the Christian Campbell stuff I definitely thought was interesting. I thought Cora with the lineup today, kind of alluding to Trevor Story earning a spot at the very top of the lineup. That's valuable.
We literally had a whole episode talking about how we were gonna how'd you do the lineup, and we all had him hitting second, and then Cora's like, yeah, he's gonna hit second. Steve,
There was a phrase I learned recently, and I probably should have known it earlier, but to never yuck someone's yum. I think that was the phrase. I'm going to try to do more of that this year. All that to say, T, you're excited about this, and I'm happy that you're excited about that. I'm excited that they're just
I
like
think
back
there's a lot
and there's
of
like more
people-
story.
a
No, but
lot of
you're
people get like
again,
this.
you're in the 100th percentile of like being excited, which is okay. That's fine. Like I think me, Coley, and Jared probably around 50, 60, but this is your
I'm
time
not
to shine.
excited
So
at all.
I get it.
yeah, I'm excited overall that baseball's back. Like, I'm excited to get back into the grind and like the routine of baseball season. But like, this team doesn't excite me, and that's not to say that I won't predict them to win between 88 and 90 games. Like, I probably will fall in there, but the brand of baseball that we should expect them to play won't excite me.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
like the
fully
fact
agree with
that
that.
you like got me all excited, being like, yeah, like we need homers, we need boppers, and then you get fucking Caleb Durbin. Like I'm not excited about that. Like you teased
This is going to
me.
be in the montage. You say this, and then he hits 25 at Fenway Park. It's just bang, 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 bang.
I hope he does. But like, I'm just saying, like, in terms of namesake, what was teased to us was not delivered. So like, no, my enthusiasm level is not very high. Like, I'm excited baseball's back, but like, I don't know. There like last year, I remember, obviously like Bregman being there, and there was like a new energy around the team. Like I sat there and watched all the fucking Cora press conferences on YouTube every morning when he was doing it. I haven't watched a single one of them this year. I'm just like, all right, yeah. Like, it's just like, what are you going to say that's going to get me fired up? Like, I don't think there's anything you can say that's going to get me fired up for this team.
I didn't think Cora was as aggressive at certain points so far in the first couple press conferences. Usually there's a lot of declarations, and it was more he kind of said, yeah, I think we're a better team. We're a more complete team. Could the offense be better? Yeah. But you also follow it up and say, well, hey, I think we're going to win a lot of games where we only need 3 or 4 runs. And it's like, all right. Like
you're basically
kinda telling
we're
us.
not going to score any fucking runs this year. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, like I think that sure. Like the quote about they're a more complete team, sure, but like there's just like a lot left to be desired. Like
you wanted a World Series favorite team.
Of course,
what
shouldn't be asking much.
I don't need that. I'm just saying, like, the fact that they didn't move an outfielder, the fact that they didn't sign someone where it's like, yeah, all right, we can at least pencil this guy in for 30 homers. Like, yeah, like how many fucking baseball aggregators can put out a graphic being like the Red Sox are the only team that are projected to not have a single player to hit 20 home runs. Like, who sees that shit and is like, this is exciting. It's also
just
wrong.
score 3.
Yeah, dude, it like zips
wrong.
and the way people use it, like a regular zips isn't great at recognizing playing time for guys. If you do zips depth charts, which factors in more of that playing time, the Red Sox have 3 guys hitting 20 plus homers.
Yeah.
Hit the horn, Jack.
I think there's 4 guys.
I said
you
4.
can pencil
They're not going to
4
hit a bunch of
guys.
homers. They'll be in the middle of the pack.
Contreras, Willier, and Roman.
That's it. Those are the 4. Do you know how many guys hit 20 homers on the Red Sox last year?
Willier.
Is it 2?
Correct.
And Story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and their offense should have been better.
Yeah.
What was it? Devers finished like 4th on the team?
6th, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was a good tweet. I saw Catillo had that. Oh, my other final thought, shout out Christopher Smith, put out a great, and he's still doing it. It's multiple pieces, but a deep dive into Driveline, Kyle Bodie, the pitching side, the hitting side with Jason Okart, all that different stuff. Fucking awesome read. And for a lot of people that don't actually understand what Driveline is, and that's probably more on the sports radio side or whatever, give it a read because it's not hard to digest. It's pretty simple and straightforward. And I thought he did a great job with the piece.
Shout him out. All right. That
600, baby.
Yeah, 600 episodes. We did it.
We did it.
Almost didn't make it. How many do you think you've been on, T? Like 200?
About 115 of these and 150 we did a name redacted.
Huh.
I think we finished exactly at 150 for name redacted.
Huh.
So I'm getting close to 300.
This is my 5th season with T. Damn.
I've got a lot of work to do.
Not really. You've kind of like made it.
No, I haven't even touched it. We got a lot of work to do.
No, you've made it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You have.
No.
Coley, tell him.
No.
All right.
Thank you.
He doesn't want to crown your ass.
He's not going to listen to Dad. He's not going to listen to me.
Right.
I don't deserve. I
True.
haven't achieved shit. I got a lot of work to do.
All right. I like that attitude. I don't agree, but
February 11th. Marathon hasn't even started yet.
wow, we're in inning 1, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
9 days till Northeastern.
Can't wait.
Christian Campbell at bats are going to go fucking crazy, bro.
Ah, crazy, dude. Can't wait. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Again, the ladies' merch line has dropped on section10merch.com. We've got sweatpants. The sweatpants and the crew neck are unisex. So if you a dude, you can still get those.
Get both and save $10.
Yeah, if you get them together, you save $10. But there's a cropped tee. There's a couple cropped tees. There's a cropped long sleeve. And then there's the sweatpants, crew neck, sweatshirt combo. And if you get them together, you save $10. So pretty sweet. All right. We'll be back Friday for a bonus pod. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. We all are going to have to figure that out. Friday's going to be a clusterfuck, but we'll figure it out. All right. Ba-doot, doot, doot.
Buenas noches, amigos.